which explains my lateness.
To try and get that gun, if they know that DFM are leaning towards the A site heavily, because I don't think it's been thrown off the map just yet at all. Of course, they'll want to try and retain the Odin, you would expect.
DFM, they've been pretty good at throwing PRX off their scent so far, especially from that previous round. Right now, though, revealing a little bit more towards B main. The question is, can PRX hold it?
Yeah, well, you say throwing them off their scent
2-2.
right now.
PRX on an eco.
A little bit blocked.
Which pick is this, DFM?
And they will just explode out of the smokes. Jinbung able to take down Forsaken. Now May finding a shot.
Oh no, PRX.
As the door shuts down.
Oh
Jian
no.
taking down the next one as
If
well.
PRX lose this game, we are in full panic mode. Also need to get some... They threw the bonus.
Now something does get to pull the blades.
How the fuck did EG 2-0 crew? EG were actually very good.
Got 3 more tangos to hit. He does float upwards, finds the next.
Crew weren't that great, but EG were genuinely very good. Well,
definitely want to see
how the fuck did that happen?
Elevated on the back of that one. Get excited.
What have I just looked into?
Something spicy in the mix. Get behind the team. Make sure that everything is well coordinated, and I think that's the name of the game at the end there for something and for Jing. Well coordinated.
I can't believe that happened. I can't believe it. We got 1 kill away.
Let something start to jump around, play
Hold
with
on,
the
I need to get some
blades.
stocks
They
on.
were staved
How
off
did this
for a
happen?
little bit, right? The first kill is there. There's a reset time in the round from DFM, who start to get in
What
towards
was
this
this, a
B-side. Some
4v2?
good shots starting to come out from them, but Akame, untradeable.
4v2 and
May,
just some
untradeable.
vintage something.
And then you got the nice timing, as I said, from Jing, and then GN, well, he's just in that 1 versus 2, and he can't get any swift headshot on towards something either there, so a well-played round. Individually, you think there from something as a big pivotal component.
This time, though, May's got blades of his own, but something.
Oh, that hurts.
Inspired combo play up towards tiles now, but then the quick hit from DFM into the A site.
And if you want to go for a bit of a retake as PRX, you can here, because Forsaken has the Nightfall available. Meanwhile, GN, Cosmic Divide when the plant goes down if they need.
Just trying to get into good enough position to send it over. There it is. Pop flash out. Akame trying to buy as much time as possible.
Old man.
Well, something waiting for the coordinated push
Thanks
to
for
go
the 9
through, but
months.
you also have the Teo utility. Jing will sidestep it, pushes on in, and the waterfall will be complete. PRX, a successful sweeping retake against DFM.
Yeah, DFM don't have their floaties ready to be able to float above water there, unfortunately. 4 members surviving from PRX in that one. A good coordinated retake as well. Pretty rapid to have all of the members there needed. And that was a bit of a buy-up, meanwhile, for DFM. So it's going to be a little bit back to the drawing board for them to figure out what they need to do to start to get a couple of these attacking rounds on the board. Need to see them kind of isolate another member or 2 of this PRX side before even attempting to go into these sites, right? Because it feels like if you're giving PRX enough members with all of their utility that you've not baited out just yet.
Okay, I'm now ready. Fully ready. What? We got gifts? Jessica with 5 gifted. Thank you so much. I mean, if by the way, if any of you, I suppose some of you might not have been there, you know, if you're in Asia or something. Or EMEA, I suppose. For what happened yesterday. If you didn't see it. But I put a bet. Well, EG won, yes, but I put a bet on FNS's amount of kills. And I said, if FNS averages 9.5 kills a map, if he gets over that, then Limbo was going to give me 20 gifted subs. If he gets under 9.5, then I have to put cap face paint on. Of course, he ended with 18 kills in 2 maps. So we got 9 kills a map. I did not say I'd meow on camera. So, for the next NRG game, I'm going to be somewhat dressed up like a cat.
Great ground control there. But you need to look to start to pivot that into something successful, in towards the B site where you've not been successful of tripping out the shear wall so far, right? You didn't even jump in front of it as Art that
the
time.
VOD, honestly, it was quite entertaining, I think, as a VOD even.
Heard and is
It was
I know that tone.
it was quite
Whenever
funny.
You get that way, Komodo. Someone must have messed up crucially, and this time it was Art. Good punish from something, but you do have Akame sleeping through.
Also,
Jin
yeah, how
towards
did
a short as well.
Zeta
PRX
wake up?
Trying to recollect themselves. The pop flash from Patman will allow them to regather. Akame though striking right back in. Jing at least will be able to hold down a main, which allows him to then pivot back into sight around the smokes. Bit of a survival one. He spots out the barrel and goes in for the simple burst. Around picked up by PRX.
Let's win this, PRX.
That could have been awkward with all
Zeta
those
absolutely
trades
cooked
and
10-10
little
looked really
shots to the
good.
corner of the wall, corner of the tree that DFM
Realized blood
started
check guaranteed against
could have gone the other way. If Jing loses that one-on-one engagement, it does not work out well.
Who will I root for? Oh, I'm rooting heavy against NRG.
Well, just
For forcing me to dress up like a cat. Because that's the
autonomy
thing,
to
it
go
wasn't
for
really
these
even
plays.
FNS's fault.
Starting to look
right?
like the Jing of old.
If they just
Even
would
though
have
he's on a
made the
different
game a little bit
agent.
closer,
Gotta put away this operator
they
as
would have
well.
been fine.
Something, if he's able to, you know, hold lanes free of charge, it could be good. Trap plays around the A main choke though.
Don't meet
And
his
DFM
brother.
will win that successfully. If they want to continue towards this A side though, yeah, it's going to be that operator for something.
Did PRX get the information though?
I mean, Art does have the Armageddon and GN does have the Cosmic Divide.
Ooh, and they have suppressed
Seeing Jing on
something.
Noman
This
does not
could
feel
be
right.
flushed in, but they elect to
Tens
rotate
did it?
back.
Yep, one scanny boy. And that's just going to send you away.
Ooh.
Eventually this Nebula will fade.
Couple of investigative shots, and PRX scrounge back in towards Cubby. They do have a lovely setup here. If it does come down into it, the C's will snag onto a couple players.
Just don't want to see them overheat.
Continue to peek on through, and there it is. Forsaken will cool them off with a couple of bullets. Patman as well. And that's the spike down on the ground. Something spots out May.
Well, it looks like
Jin Boom.
PRX, they've still got it
All
over
of a
teams that
sudden,
can't
singing
shoot
an
back.
aria of sorrow. His teammates have fallen all around him.
Yeah, I was going to say, you just don't want to see ill timing at the moment from DFM because they didn't have a good amount of information on how many players were up at that short angle, right? Just dry swinging into it on the back of getting seized, and it looks too clinical from PRX to just give the free haircuts.
Shave and a haircut.
Like, you look
The
at this one back
DFM
here,
triple
and
initiator.
Art and GN, they're not even swinging together. It's just
Where have
one
I
at a
seen a
time, and then
team with
Patman's
triple
time to go
initiator
in.
not
I
using
mentioned the
util
operator
before?
earlier in the round, where if you're just enabling something to point and click at a single angle, and the team is watching all the other angles that your opponents could possibly come from, more often than not, he's going to be good for it.
PRX continues to string more rounds together. This time, though, full ultimates. Do have a lovely 0 point from Patman.
Yep.
But the rush continues.
If you're going to invest in Null Command here as well, you're going to see a little bit of fall on back from Devi to make sure that the utility is still available. Now he's actually going to get caught in the mix, so the plant can look to go down.
And they have their own KO for retake.
And you'd expect Patman to rip his on the return.
Cosmic Divide in front of PRX as well. So at least setting up for the retake now, but you gotta work around this obstacle, this purple obstacle. Ooh, Armageddon just buys even more time.
As
Yeah,
well.
and there's the Null Command for Patman as well, so PRX are all in.
Patman gets
Gotta
his.
keep going. Patman so far so good. Pop flash off towards the side, and with the bullets being fired over, they know where he is. It's gonna be a bit of a trade. Now Devi finding May as well. Jing will expire unfortunately, but down towards Arts. Stuck inside of Wine. He's trying to keep himself inside the cellar. The salvo is doing a bit of work, but Devi capitalizing at the very end.
Oh,
Yeah, just the numbers
DFM.
game again there for PRX,
It's
right?
not looking good. We use what?
And when the plant was
Three
essentially
pretty
being
big ults
established,
there?
Patman is able to find one kill, ripping in the Null Command, and then the
Oh,
team kind of just
dearie
goes together as a unit, right? Flash drives on in.
Oh, there you
everybody's
go.
starting to
PRX
close towards
actually
side.
look,
Here's
you
that
know,
first
somewhat
kill, by the
decent.
way, onto GN. And then it's just pretty, you know, how you doing from him? Crosshair placement, good positions. Art trying to do something there with the one kill and the salvos, but the spike was already half defused and he was in an essential 1 versus 4. Going to be pretty difficult to come away with a situation like that.
No.
And remember, there was a timeout already invested for DFM, and that has not converted your gun rounds afterward.
It's
Certainly not. Would have imagined that's what that timeout was
man,
for.
poor
but
DFM. Remember when there was
PRX
hope
being
for
able
this
to
team? Remember when this
receive
team
kindly.
13-1 to PRX?
Ooh. Arc Rose peak and Devi.
They're just losing every fucking fight,
Once
man.
upon a time, May
Can't
player
win a
that you
fucking
always look
Angel.
towards on DFM's side.
I guess I won't expect the op here now.
Fallen down a little bit out of this round. The counter jet in something. Going to miss a shot, but remember, there is still the lead for PRX throughout all these trades.
Why is my Astra taking a fucking 1v2 in A main?
Somewhat equalized, then trade right back. PRX still retaining control and information over the map, but DFM will re-aggress once again.
Jing does have from the shadows to get to the back of this side if needed, which actually he just rips right there. So normal things he's doing. He's going to cancel it, as the dark cover will hold some timing for something right now.
Where's the next place I want to vacation to?
Means that something can have a bit
Places
of a
that I want to go
here from the spawn location.
Turkey.
Numbers. Something though will find the first shot. Ooh. The second one not quite there, which allows DFM to truly get into sight. But because the door's not shut, they're still trying to err on the side of caution.
Yep, Haunt's available too. If that's allowed to scan something, it's huge here. Denied.
Turkey makes sense. Looks at hairline. My hairline is doing just fine.
And he's gonna do the double. A twofer on the side of DFM, and they will
probably
pick themselves
Iceland
up the third round.
Yeah, there was a little bit of hungriness from PRX in that one surrounding that B site too as well, right? Where Devi goes into main. Yes, he's lucky enough to be able to get this first kill here, which I thought he might actually die because he maybe has second guessed himself, and then some A main pushing.
Come to Canada, it's very boring and expensive here for no reason.
Re-aggressive back on that operator line in a 3 versus 2 advantage there. So these are the things that you do start to look to balance out potentially. If you go for a risk, you get the kill, you know, it's a great reward. If you don't, well, you give your opponents a bit of an opportunity to win the round.
What is that to see in
Canada?
Canada?
The ladder there for DFM. Now looking to salvage something on this attacking side and trying to make it a 5-7 half.
Come to Ireland? I've been to Ireland.
For now, still grouped up outside of B main. Also unaware that something has a second up, but surely they anticipate.
Moose are cool.
Slow creeps up, but you do have Forsaken.
That's true, I've never seen a moose.
Thread the needle.
Yep. Got a lot of members of
have
DFM
I seen a moose? Maybe in a zoo.
The
zoos have a moose.
Hot flash from Petman, but unfortunately Forsaken will
I'm
drop.
sure they do. Why don't zoos have a moose?
Jinbung 86th for now. And PRX fully aware that there is an entire squad inside of B main.
Yep. Still there as well. 0 point to confirm the information. You give a little bit of reset time onto DFM, however. Give them some time to converse on how they want to get back in towards this B site, which is currently only defended.
Switzerland is the easiest way to lose all your money.
Devi, you got a shift from Jing as well.
I think a banking sector when I think Switzerland. I don't think gambling.
Already sent through. Jing will be able to neutralize May for now. He's got to exterminate even more. Shrouded steps into B main for added pressure.
I love playing triple initiator and taking 0 fucking space
alone
on
and
right
cold. The pop flash beautifully set up by Petman.
Get relegated already.
To shut it down.
Yeah, as I said, I've always been impressed seeing Patman on this KO. I don't believe
I think of the EDG Simon drama. What's the drama?
The way that he plays it and the way that he always communicates to the team exactly what util he wants to use and the timing on it to peak on the back of it. He's always been so quick on this initiative role.
10 assists now.
No, there isn't relegation.
Up on the 10 assists. I mean, sometimes it is
the
easy enough to get
chats of EDG management.
Flashes that are working a treat for him in this map.
Let's take a look at this during the
now the last round
break.
of the half, and you definitely need to see this one salvaged by
I'll
DFM, unless you're a
tweet.
superstitious person for the 9-3 curse. Operator again going to miss its mark, but look at this, May in for 2.
Wow, look at what using Util
it's
can do.
Akame this time, and he's got the Bladestorm. May trying to
again, though, they don't know what Vice
the B-side possibly, but knows that he's got to watch out for the back. Arc rows out from Devi, finds some information, just confirms it really. But for May to swipe right on by, right clicks in, something looking for the angle, will find a little bit more.
Okay,
May now,
8-4, but no
once
Sentinel.
again, being a huge obstacle against PRX. Something's low HP as well. This pretty much would be a 4-8.
I think PRX should be okay here, but are they the team to... I mean, this is the thing. I feel like it's going to be a defense-sided game, because neither of these teams is going to have any level of coordination. Sorry, bear with me. Let's take a look at this Simon drama then. What's this? EDG's manager, Aqua, went live last night and addressed the Simon situation. Allegedly, Simon himself didn't want to go to the VCT arena with his team and also didn't want to be part of the promotional content. This is why he was left out, even though he's still officially the 6th man. EDG will be filling Jenny 7 for the rest of stage 1 and also Toronto. Simon will, and also Toronto. I like how they just assume like, well, we're making it. Simon will just be focused on streaming, the others will be practicing. Simon apparently was not working hard enough to meet the coach's standards compared to Jenny 7 who worked hard every day. Jenny 7 started as a duelist player but originally was very willing and eager to practice. Another agency team put a lot of time into practice. He trains a lot and is proving to apply. Simon doesn't want to put in this kind of effort and so he was benched. Simon then apparently threw other teammates under the bus saying that they also barely practice etc. in his alleged WeChat messages. The others are also working really hard. Are they? Smuggy also rarely practices his aim and he's okay but I'm not okay. I just have to practice. Simon's alleged WeChat message with Aqua. Aqua is just unprofessional. And the others are professional. Smuggy, nobody, they're professional. Are they? You must be really happy replying to fans' DMs every day, right? Doesn't Chichu also reply to fans' DMs? Other EDG players, Kankang, Smuggy, Chichu. Nobody was apparently sleeping. Also tuned into Aqua's stream were interacting and sending donations, implying that they were all on the same side and agree with Aqua, implying they also prefer to play with Jenny Satan and want Simon benched. Not a good look for Simon, who publicly crashed out against the team, slandered his fellow teammates, leaked WeChat messages to his fans, etc. To be honest, I just want a formal statement without more rumors and just hope Simon can peacefully leave without further burning bridges.
And stagger themselves forward. Jinbung pinned down. Smoked off though, so PRX now flooding over. Allows for Jinbung to find a bit of a trade. Now GN. Oh,
whoa, what a
huge
shot.
swing
Oh
out
my
from
goodness.
The triple, what? Davai, try as he might, it's just not gonna happen.
He's just sleeping.
And the rest of DFM have already arrived.
That's pretty pivotal from GN. I'm not going to lie. We need to see this player really step up who's having, you know, lackluster performance on lackluster performance. Some moments here and there. But that one, that's sharp from him to come out with the Ghost, you know, not scared, playing around the site. That is really good.
Finds his timing off the little trade from Jinbung. So not too much from the side of PRX for now, but taking things slow and easy. Something onto, well, Davai onto the Sheriff.
Okay, maybe DFM can win this. I mean, this is their map pick.
This round does look like for DFM, if it can be of the flawless variety for them. One of the biggest things as well in this triple initiator comp.
When did Jin learn how to play Omen? He didn't.
Can layer in little by little.
Or the
now,
utility
reclears and shit like that. I mean, this
well.
comp should be the giga
but
chat of
less
reclears.
traps, so PRX maybe trying to navigate around that or to
well, then
figure out
again,
the setups.
You know,
Pacific needs this kind of drama, let Mindfreak crash out.
A little bit impactful. We're often not contended with by DFM.
Oh. Oh.
That is true, but for now, just looking for the firefight around the middle. PRX happy to give it to him.
Yep.
Nothing too much found. Just everything collected and racked up by DFM.
Yeah, so choosing to go on this Sentinel-less comp again, you know, as long as they're pretty heads up and they can play around sites, right? GN's going to be able to potentially even be a pseudo-Senti.
Does it make sense to run a no-Senti comp without
Viper?
Viper?
Damnedest with the C's.
I mean, I don't
if
hate
he doesn't
this
go
comp.
for the trap plays with Art. In towards the bonus rounds next, and we're going to see.
I mean, yeah, your stopping power is going to be somewhat limited. If you're, well,
weapons are going to be
your A hits, basically, it's going to come down to your KO knife, right? Akame has to, if he can get well-timed KO knives off on A hits, then they're fine. Over towards B, it's what, mostly going to come down to a C?
Point towards the middle as well. Okay.
Did that get enough information?
But I think you'd be looking at doing B hits
Shia is at the edge of the
if you are PRX.
Things. I'm not 100% sure, but you do lose the complete control of B main as DFM. And it is their bonus round as well, so starting to shift a little bit of positions, gain a little bit of further information around the map. How deep have PRX potentially got through mid? Well, not really, at all. They're going to shift their focus over towards the A side of things now.
The mid smoke, though, yes, could inform DFM. So GN will conceal himself inside of smoke, avoids the Prowler as well.
We're going to get a bonus round, you're going to go Heaven?
Which could be huge. Akame at least now to hold off towards the other way side.
Spike gets dropped, this is why you don't do this.
To swing out. They're getting punished for it too.
You get bogged down, you lose the round.
I was going to say 21 HP, down with the Marshall shot.
Spike down on the ground, just Jing. not quite able to retrieve, and
It's not looking
allows
good,
for
Paper Bros.
Akame.
It's not looking good. The
to put that
idea,
final
it's a
nail
bonus
in.
round. What are we doing?
Yeah, really early read from DFM on what PaperX actually want to do. Happy enough to give them control of B main and then getting some information up the guts of mid to
Oh,
ensure
no.
that PaperX aren't exactly there. When they start to rotate over towards the A site, you've already got some information, right? Because the dark cover was put down. You've got that info that you can commune. You've got the site already rotated towards, and then it's just a sheer strength in numbers for DFM. They almost had 3 players available for every single fight there. That's going to be the bonus round converted too, by the way.
Once again, finding PaperX in somewhat of a dire situation.
Yeah, 0 Point going to remove some of these abilities, but most importantly, you've stopped PaperX from getting straight away into the A site to buy some time for some rotations. You've got Art now closer that can use the salvos
Also for
too.
Jien to hide inside of this Nebula, but he will get caught out by Forsaken.
Oh,
a slight
that smoke's
opportunity
just
for
helped.
Forsaken to convert things around. Nightfall sent in, but close range, and Art will decimate with the Odin. Jing now swinging out, but to no avail. 1v1
damage as well.
Davai with just a stinger, looks to get the spike planted. Jinbung hopped over, concealed, stunned and flashed up as well. The C's not quite hitting the way that
Wow,
he wanted it
Sting
to,
and
and
best gun.
Davai will redeem himself.
Okay, this smoke
with the
on site.
stinger. PaperX finding some rounds in the second half.
Yeah, I thought DFM might
Actually
be able
did
to
kind of
hold
help
that one down when they had their
PaperX,
numbers
because once
rotated
they've
on
lost
over, and
this
they've got a lot
smoke,
of
like
this
once the
utility that you can kind of
Astra
lock them
died
in,
inside
right?
the
But
smoke,
around all
right,
of these
so
smokes, PaperX
once again
able
died
to
there.
just
Now it just
stinger
became
'em,
really good
chain
for
'em on
Forsaken.
down, getting dirty in towards it. May
To just
that
kinda
one's a little
hold
bit
it
ambitious
down
to just
himself.
sacrifice your body and
Right,
jump in
and
towards
then,
the
like,
site. Thought as well, as soon as you start
Forsaken
seeing
kind of
PaperX
became the
are
duelist
vaulting
who was
towards
like
site, that
the
Art was gonna
one
rip
who
out the salvos
created
for
the
team
space on
around the
site
normal,
in here.
anywhere around the site for your team to dance around, but no.
Now
Not
that I'm
able
in
to
Pacific,
come out
I'm
with that
trying
one.
to
Now
learning
fresh
more
round,
about
and
this
May is
region.
just by
Can someone
himself,
put the FM and
really far ahead, but
PRX in
some
America's
great
terms for me,
utility
because I'm America
from
logic.
Jinbung is
PaperX are
kill
NRG.
force away. Yen good for 1. But now you got a
And
plan to come
DFM
out from
are-
PaperX, a player deficit as well.
TFM
command available.
loud.
Something to lurk.
Oh no.
DFM looking
Are they loud?
quite aware.
They're not
as
Furia.
well.
No,
The C's
they're
by
not
some
Furia.
time as
They
Art
had
gets
some. They're EG.
pressed
They're
down
EG.
over by Heaven. Null command ripped. And something now with the lurk finally springs out. Coming back in to assist his teammates around the site. PaperX looking to shut down any entry from Tree, and something will end it.
Another essential 1 versus 1 at the end there for the PaperX squad, who do come out on
these
top
rounds are
of
getting,
that one. I do
pretty
like the play from
close.
DFM. Really aggressive in towards the B main side of things and catching PaperX off guard. They just did not expect that one to be super quick. Devi caught out, but as quick as what happened over at the B side happened, back towards the A side, and PaperX are just in towards it and able to get the spike plant down, look to try and establish
Okay,
some
10-7.
solid post plants, even recognizing
This is an important
flank
round.
potential to come out as well there, right? So both teams having items in the round that they're looking pretty good on.
But down to the execution at the end.
Yeah.
Oh, is this
PaperX
because you're like
one
half
step
by?
ahead.
That's strange.
We'll see though. You never quite know with this team, kind of like what Big Time was saying.
That's it,
I
isn't
mean,
it? You never quite know for
never
PaperX
mind.
if this will be the last round potentially in the map and a comeback happens.
At least for now, they're still trying to conceal as much as possible. Smokes, flashes to.
The problem is though, May is on the line. Do they use a Prowler from Forsaken to push him off, or Jing a Paranoia? I think it might be the latter with where Jing is playing from, but it's just going to be him setting up the smokes, and they do indeed use the Prowler with the Arthros.
And that is going
Jesus,
to
we're
be a bit
whiffing
of a
on
go
that.
signal.
Is it though?
Slow down, yes.
Good timing on the Nebula from GN. Locks them out a little bit. No ulti grabbed.
Okay, we don't
or
go
rather,
for
there
it.
is an ulti grab. Devi with the Steel Garden.
Okay. That will be the true go signal. Paranoia out from Jing as well, but
locked out again.
once
And then we
again,
just
yes, Art
run
with the
away? Oh
salvos,
my God.
crucially timed.
30 seconds, and
But
you've got
something's
a-
used dash.
A call for PaperX. It's going to be to rotate into a site that you don't know the number of players that are going to be there, that you don't know what exact utility is still going to be available.
A little bit rudderless, looking for
Why
the
not?
direction, but it's going to be more direction for
gonna say, why
DFM
not send
as
your
Akame
molly out, but
springs
okay.
out with Pop Flash. Jien now to hold the off angle. Jing finds some space.
Don't lose this
10
round.
seconds left for
Don't
the
lose
spike to
this
get
round,
planted.
DFM.
Can the two players
Come on,
hold
this
it
was a
down?
disaster by
Jinbung has
PaperX. You can't lose
Prowlers
this round.
used.
Why didn't he just molly it?
So it comes down to a crucial positioning as well as the marksmanship. Jing smokes off Heaven. and tries to step himself forward into the smoke, but May, close range, will quickly dispatch of his opponent. Divine now to hold, but low HP, tries to sidestep, tries to set up a flash, pulling out utility, but it doesn't work out. May in with the shorty to bring a round up for DFM.
I actually think
Divine already tagged up in the duels,
one smoke, I think, again, putting the smoke on site is probably your best option.
I mean,
Just giving
PRX,
yourself
they were
something
locked
to
out
play
so
around.
much of that B
Not that like what he did was a terrible idea, but
well done from DFM there, and just multi-fragging up.
because if no one is coming
the
this
rest
way,
of the team's settling down,
he
not
probably wins the
overcomplicating
round.
things,
But
going in towards the retake. These are the moments in the map, you know, that can cause a little bit of frazzle for PRX. So they do have to make sure that doesn't phase them too hard. They don't.
now they're on an eco. Oh,
get
this
too
really could go
risky
either way.
in the
This
next
truly
gun
is the
round,
battle
more
of mid.
importantly, because this round here,
And by mid, I mean
party
pretty
mix of a
shit.
buy.
We'll see.
I think that this
Chance
is
for
maybe the
something
most
to go crazy
damning
with the
game for
knives,
PRX.
But
Kind of has to, doesn't he?
yeah.
Okay.
Have another one of these
Something
big rounds
nice.
that May had, for example, over on the flip side, that he's already had in the server as well. And
but
he's
something,
wow.
he will get ahead.
I mean, we
instant
already saw
dash
one
in towards
crazy
market.
knife
May
round.
still off to the other end. Blade
And
for
he
blades, and
wins the
something
jet.
wins the duel.
But null command in, removing those blades.
But now it's a
Nightfall into its
3v5.
boathouse as well. So PRX continue to trudge forward. Defy finding the stinger spray now.
You've
Jien
got a-
alongside Akame. You don't have the numbers.
Yeah, do you consider a save here? Your money is kind of on
thrifty
the
just from
precipice of
something.
needing it for the remainder of the map, it would feel.
But they look for more space, and that's when Petman fills in. Pop flash out, and it kind of confirms as well, but Akame sidesteps into the smoke, in and out, for Defy to finally knock them down into the ground.
PRX, they answer back with an almost thrifty round, right? Not the most
no.
sensational buy to come in towards that one there, but they are able to make it work on the back of something with the blades yet again. And who is on the assistive mark? I will add back a good flash from Batman. Again, making sure he's trying to assist for the team. Love to see that one. 11 found for PRX.
Yeah, slight unsung hero
And you got a
for
Bucky.
the dinosaur squad, shall we say, but still.
I miss
Oh
being
no, it's a judge.
The true dinosaur.
Quite a long time ago, but we'll
Judge
see.
on
The
B.
next round coming up, May trying
Looking
to get
for a
aggressive
B
as
split
well.
again.
Clears out a lot of A main.
Immediate rotations from DFM to this B side, however, trying to play dirty with the judge, but something.
Playing inside of the smokes, Jien with the judge, the double kill! Sends PRX
So
to
the
slight
spam
extinction.
with
We'll
the
see
fatal
Jing
got
will be
something
able
in
to
mid.
recover.
Oh, that's risky.
Full Shroud steps in blindly, dryly, and it's gonna be Art to gun him down. Just Petman left.
Yeah.
And not quite safe for him to cross either. He's gonna have to
Should be
work his way around it.
impossible.
Well, this was a big win
Minute
for
left, so it's a
DFM.
lot of time as well. The salvage just pretty much digs his grave for him. He will still swing out to isolate a couple more duels, though! But down to the final swing from Jinbong.
If he found the right angle,
Jesus.
maybe could have found May in another 1v1,
Jesus.
but we're not in
Imagine
that
if he
universe
wins.
right now.
Imagine if he
Great
just
work
tucks
from
there.
DFM. Art to start off technically in the kill
the
feed
second.
onto something, so making sure you're looking after that mid gap that you did leave open. That, I gotta say, from Jing as well. Like, while I expect, I get that you're in a 2 versus 4, you want to try and find some timing and a gap back in towards the round. That's not the one that you try to look for.
Whoa! Double Odin?
How do you fancy Jinbong's Odin?
I don't know.
Or
I
rather
don't
May.
see it too often, but May once again
Oh,
with
you got
the
him.
A
Got
main
him, wow.
pressure.
And now no
I like
smokes.
Jinbong's haunts better. That's the second time that he's found a successful one.
Couldn't
something
agree
like that.
more. PRX though not slowing down. Truly
they should
W
get past
Gaming
that.
still pushes into the B site.
But they
Armageddon
pick
will
off
slow them down though,
Forsaken,
and
and
something
they're
looking
lost.
a little bit lost. Petman will continue to push up
So they
front,
flank
finds a
back
double
through
kill,
mid.
off
Oh my
towards the
God,
next,
and then
and he
you're gonna
takes May
lose
down.
DFM.
A lot more space and timing now, but for
Thank God.
Jien just to hold the angle.
Oh no, it's
GN,
so close. So
sensational
the
work
tail
from
was
out
actually
from
quite
him
good
there,
because it
finding some good
stopped
timing at the stairs as well onto
Forsaken
something
there,
when he
and
got
then they
in towards the
mid-flank this
market.
way,
Just
and then
ill timing
Go
for
Forsaken.
something
Quite
on
good
that
by
round,
DFM,
and
to be
now,
fair, to find that
oh
first kill.
boy, we're
Feels like
starting to knock
DFM
on the
have better
door of a
ideas.
tied scoreline, aren't we?
And PRX
Jing
have better
getting caught out
fraggers.
by the haunt. And then everyone trying to just get into this B site. You're starting to see Patman really step up in a round such as that, showing his also mechanical ability. But Jien
This is worse than ranked, it's unrated.
stepping up when needed,
Time
right?
out paper
How-
X. What am I getting pinged by? Oh, my own announcement of a stream. Could this be Swift play territory? What is the ranking of like overall gameplay? Is Swift play worse than unrated? What is it? Is it like Spike Rush at the bottom? Spike Rush. What then? Escalation? Where's TDM? Swift play. TDM unrated comp.
This is escalation.
Is that the right? Oh, I didn't even put deathmatch in there. TDM above unrated. Yeah, probably right. TDM probably is above
a little bit
unrated.
better for you.
Also quite tricky for now. Bit of B main info gathering.
Yeah, just playing a bit of a spread default as DFM. Look to use a couple of abilities at some timings around this map to find if mid's clear, if B's clear, if A main's clear. You've done the middle a good service at the moment, and B main as well. So you do start to see Arch shift a little bit towards this A site, and he would be correct in doing so.
Arriving right on time. PRX, though, lacking information.
I wonder if this is going to be a situation where they try to just go up towards this, and Patman rips the null command. Yeah, it is.
That'd be ill-advised, though. The salvos will stall them. And you do have Akame hiding inside of the smokes once again!
Oh, no.
Double kill found! And Jin shutting down Patman as well.
So they go for the
Just
KO.
left
Why is the KO
down
on
to
his?
Jing.
Why is the KO on his own?
Alongside Divide, will spot out the first player, and then goes off a
Not
bit
again,
of a
man.
tear.
Every
Jin, though,
single
trading
time.
right
You're
back.
not gonna lose
Divide now
another
down
round for
into
this.
it, 1-on-2. He's low HP again.
Yeah.
Spike might have been retrieved, but you've got huge obstacles right in front of you.
As long as the DFM members here in May and Jinbun just do not drop it, like, they should be winning this.
15 seconds. Divide slow creeps up off to the generator side, but he has to get the spike down, and that's when DFM will swing to tie up the score.
Oh, I said,
no. And
you
now
know,
the
it's
buy
going to
isn't
be
that
one of
good
these
either.
times in the map where PRX cannot afford to kind of lose it, right? It's 3 in a row from DFM to push us into all rounds of regulation now for this map. And that dry contact play to just rip the null command up short. You do not have anybody from PRX clearing the nebulas. They go in dry. And we've seen such succession in Pacific these last, week of play, with players dancing around smokes, inside smokes, really just finding multi-kill after multi-kill.
It's happened a lot of times now,
Yeah.
and PRX have yet to be aware.
And they do half buy in towards this round, so at least giving themselves the affordance of equipment in the next round. But this one, I mean, you've got to almost win this one, right, as PRX to push it, because DFM are starting to really figure out how their defensive side plays, reminiscent of the succession that they were getting against DRX with going in for those retakes.
Spectacular on the info gathering, or even just some of these surprise jack-in-a-box plays, honestly, hiding inside of corners. PRX will attempt to clear with the Prowler this time, but it's all too easily read by Akame. Simple
See,
sprays,
surely our
and he
round
finds the
plan here is
first.
to use
Salvos as
Bicep.
well.
He dodges him.
Okay, gets across, but you still got to think about
There it
someone
is, yeah.
inside of the nebula. He pulls out the steel garden, but there's the shorty on the other
Okay.
end.
But the Stinger's quack, the Stinger's...
Quick trade, rifle picked up.
You want to get close, you want to kiss him.
It still is 3-on-4.
Yeah, and that's where you've got to try and get the plant down as well. But the null command to come in from Akame, it's strength in numbers for DFM.
Can you really get close enough with the Stinger, though, as well? Door shut down, Petman nearby, Forsaken holding the angle, but falters! Akame on for the 3 and the 4K! Pushed up to map point,
no,
DFM
Paper
on the
Bros,
retake.
They might
Kame
finish
for 4, that's
last.
4 in a row for DFM, looking to win their own map pick and get their first
Wait, is
map
this good for global?
victory in this Pacific stage as well. They're currently
Low-key
0-4-6.
2023 was the best VCT year we've
What a
had
way to
ever.
keep themselves in
Thoughts?
contention for playoffs,
2024
but also
close
knocking
second,
down a
maybe.
huge opponent in PRX.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? DFM
I thought
can play
2022
spoiler
was
here
pretty good, to be
PRX
honest.
and
I think 2022
knock 'em
had
out
a
from
lot of
getting-
iconic moments in games. 2021 was definitely the worst. Obviously, 2023 had lock-in, which the final obviously was. I liked lock-in a lot, to be honest. Lock-in to me was a lot of fun. I thought it was a really fun concept and tournament, from a viewer's perspective, to be honest. So I liked lock-in a lot. Then we had Tokyo, which was okay. The best part about Tokyo was just the crowd, to be honest. I don't think the games were that spectacular. I don't think the tournament as a whole was that spectacular. Tokyo was Cove. Yeah, but like when your biggest moment is someone making a big mistake.
In them and
I don't know, it's not as good as like...
Yeah, great idea, didn't work.
Like 2022 had like the artist 1v3, it had the Enzo stick, it had... that's the spike.
PaperX just
it
sending it into
fucking
B though. Jing with the
spray
TP
down.
towards backside, something that DFM had to deal with, so allows for PaperX
A lot of my alerts
Here
are from
comes that
2022.
spray,
things that
suppressive
happen.
fire, and PaperX
Forsaken.
almost getting exterminated. They're okay for now.
2022 had the
Plant goes down, Cosmic Divide,
the
Infantry,
turret
and this is
bug.
gonna be a scrappy battle.
Okay, anyway.
Trying to play for it, the firefight on the site. Still though, May in for the snappy flick.
GG.
And every single player has been taken down. Jing and Defy though, still fighting, still
No
going for that
fucking
last
way.
stand to possibly push it into overtime. 1v1, and Jinbong has the haunt. Jing avoids it for now, but off to the flick! Jinbong finds it instead! Off to the 90-degree, onto the right side,
doesn't he just
and
play
it
in the
closes
smoke?
out the map in style. PaperX unfortunately losing out at map number 1.
Oh no. Right, if DFM beat PaperX, Global play PaperX, DFM play Boom. If they all finish 1 and 4, then PaperX will win because they got the best maps. So that's not good. So Global need to win, basically. Win and in still. Well, that's DFM's first map. Which I think means it's just Koi now, right? Oh no. Dandy Andy 1, thanks for the 33 months.
It's gonna get sticky.
Oh no. PaperX. So this is on the 17th. Hold on, I need to see this schedule. Right, so this is important for VFL purposes. Okay, so the schedule is... Why is that such a massive break? So Wolves play on the 17th. What's that? Thursday. Tech Wolves. Okay, so we could, if all the playoffs are like this, you could do a game week 1 and a game week 2. But why is there such a massive gap? Is that so they all finish at a similar time? Will I watch China playoffs? Maybe some of the Wolves games. And maybe towards the end as well, we'll see. If I'd normally be, I mean, I suppose, like, what if there will probably be some Pacific matches. What are the Pacific matches next week? Because there might be some that don't really mean that much. PRX versus Global will probably mean something. T1 versus Talon will mean something. DRX Gen G might not mean anything. Strangely, this looks like a banger game, but boom win, it doesn't mean anything. Nongshim Zeta will depend on Talon if it means anything. If Talon lose, it doesn't mean anything. Although I guess it's for who finishes 4th. But who gives that much of a shit? DFM Boom will probably mean no. I mean, if DFM lose this game, it will mean this will literally be a full meaningless game. An RRQ secret. If T1 have lost, then will mean absolutely nothing as well. China's and America's schedule will sync. I mean, yeah, I guess they're trying to end all of the... Yeah, look, they're trying to... Oh, although this says to May 11th, and this says to May 19th. What? These must be wrong, right? There's no way that EMEA is finishing 15 days after the others. Surely, right?
You get shot, you lose the round.
Thanos, thanks for the 10 months.
Game.
Can we get 2 transfer for the last week of VFL? PLS.
No. Also, I need to go and eat something. I am absolutely starving. 435, you say? Fuck.
EMEA playing over Eurovision? Bad planning.
When is Eurovision? I don't
You
think
get
this would be
shot,
right.
you lose
I
the
think that has
round,
to be
you
wrong.
lose the game. It's an FPS game.
No one will PRX be good again.
Because look, if the group stages... Right, we know when the group stages end. The group stages end on the 25th of April. Why would there be a 2-week break to the playoffs? It just wouldn't make any sense. This must be wrong. Then again, it is EMEA. Yeah, but why would you end on April 25th and then be like, okay, guys, pack it up for 2 weeks? Check mod Discord. Oh yeah, I've seen it. It's a PRX social media mod. Well, fuck them. Enjoy being the social media of the fucking worst team in Pacific. Literal 12 out of 12. Maybe it's a spread out schedule, but why would the others not be? Right? So for instance, take Americas. This makes sense. This feels like correct, right? April 20th is when you end and you start April 24th. Ah, but that means that, yeah, there still will be a gap in this. Okay, yeah. So you could do, okay. If there's gaps in the playoffs, we can do VFL for playoffs. Not this split, but next split we could. So if it's cut off here, play. So you have team 1. Not T1. Well, actually, hold on. Let me just do my China pick'ems. Not actually do them, but you know. Just kind of figure this out, right? So Wolves could play there, lose there, play a third time. So it is possible to play 3 games. If you win and then lose, which probably will happen. Okay, I'll think about it. Because the playoffs is weird, right? It's weird for including it in VFL because obviously if you've got players on the top teams. Is it because the MEA shares arena with League of Legends, so that's why it's spread out? But that would be so strange for it to be spread out so far. When does Toronto start? Toronto starts June 7th. So you're telling me that... I mean, that's a bit strange as well, though. So there's going to be a full month in between Toronto starting and Stage 1 ending. Did I win the FNS bet yesterday? No. That's strange as well. I mean, look, you couldn't really run if these dates are correct, then we have no chance of running a VFL for that because it's just too spread out. You'd need like all Americas on one week and then all Pacific and then all EMEA. It just wouldn't make any sense.
So I think he needs.
Didn't the China teams get a month between kickoff and Bangkok? Yeah, they did, but that was because of Chinese New Year, so it made sense, right? So they finished like way early because of Chinese New Year. Whereas the others played through Chinese New Year, of course.
Terrible. I hate my job.
What are we on, Lotus? I need to go and get something to eat, man. So bear with me. Whilst they play this definitely copyright music.
Is this gonna go the way that it did?
Right. During the second round, I'll go and get something to eat. Because surely nothing bad happens in a second round ever. It's not like either of these teams is going to lose a second round. Right, guys?
First time Forsaken's brought
There's
out
just
the
no
Omens,
way.
adding another agent to his repertoire. We'll see how this one is going to start off. Of course,
So now
DFM
Jing is playing Raze.
want to recognize that this
And
comp
now
is what
Forsaken
Sentinels
is
most
playing
recently played, but I
Smokes.
think if we're sticking with Pacific, it's what Boom most recently played and obliterated Global Esports 13-1 on.
Of course, different players piloting the.
Was that one
agents,
way
but
like
right
slightly
now,
missed?
At least toxic screen, and then over rotations onto the C site. PRX for now.
Okay,
Still playing it
DFM on
safe.
attack playing
You're going to see
kind of a
something slot in
variant of
over at
the
Rubble. 3
G2
players
comp.
for PRX in the middle of the B site, and then just Devi over at C, who's almost just situating himself for a proper retake here. Has thorns on the back of the site that he can hope to get a little bit of chipper damage through, but apart from that, it's really not going to be too much, is it?
Yeah, really quite nothing at all.
It's the timing.
Rose doesn't see anything, so yes.
Wow, the Arcros saw nothing.
Are they second guessing that they might be outside of A lobby at the moment? This can give DFM so much
Wow,
space to push through spawn.
Which would really
And it-
affect
The
and they
Flash
can adjust
saw
where they wanna
nothing and they
plant.
were just on site.
backside. Oh my god. DFM gets to hold.
No, they didn't actually take that much
Smoke
space.
set up as well, so it takes
But
more
just doing that
time
one
to clear
smoke
out
there-
back hall.
They're gonna use.
DFM
Wow.
pushes into Waterfall. Not expected by PRX fully. They will be able to take a shot down, but still, some trades found. Devi, though,
A bit
taking more
half-eyed.
space up now. Akame to pull.
This
and
ghost,
hold.
by the way, the
Couple of
fucking
shots
Nats
in,
ghost.
and that's Forsaken trading right
Cooks.
back. So
Okay,
some
PRX
shots
win.
successful for PRX.
I'm gonna get something to eat.
Yeah,
but
DFM, it
only
looks a
some
little bit
wheat today.
awkward in the duels that they want to actually try and take there, isn't it? In towards the waterfall, it feels like you've just got May getting ahead of the curve. You got Akame then, you know, head on a swivel in which jewel that he wants to try and take over waterfall, over spawn side. Thought DFM might actually look to get a little bit more of a commanding foothold towards the Sea Hall side of things, but instead kind of opting not to do so.
Just being able to find a successful, maybe a confident round for PRX could reinvigorate them for the rest of the map. This is their pick after all, but they are the ones with their backs against the ropes.
Yeah, and DFM choosing to start off on the attacking side as
Ooh.
well, by the way.
And they are buying up with the spike plant. Okay.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting one for them. They are backing themselves, of course. Challenge around Mound.
And PRX might not expect it. Of course, they were the ones forcing up last week, so never quite know.
Yep. In this sort of scenario as well, you do have a drone available for Art to start to clear things out, right? Gonna force something away. Meanwhile, up through mid. Pillars for DFM, waiting to bust in towards B potentially, but that wall will pop.
Yeah, May on the neon this time. A lot more movement going through. PRX, though, happy to hover around the site. Prowlers and everything sent over. The fake out instantly dealt with as well. Watch out for the Fade utility coming over, but Akame, so far so good. We'll be able to land some shots until Devi descends upon it. 2 more kills, and down to just Jinbung, who, with a Sheriff, attempts at fending off the incoming PRX squad. Not gonna happen. 2-0.
Yeah, the full force up for them as well into the B side, but it kind of feels like no one's actually establishing any control around the site. You've got disconnections from a couple of the members locked out in towards B main. The players on the side itself really not hitting any shots. You got to tap on the spike plant, but nobody from PRX bites the bullet on that one, right? They wait a few seconds before ultimately just going in together in numbers.
Numbers truly favoring PRX for now. Certainly taking a bit of damage in the economy as well. DFM having to save.
Second round, let's go! Hallelujah! Hallelujah!
PRX's Waylay comp on this one that they ran
They
against
forced?
DRX. Would have fared against DFM.
Why
but
don't DFM have a buy?
glad to see that they are also changing things up and putting Jing back on the raise as well.
Bro, they forced?
Just trying to find their rhythm.
Yeah, that's it. This round, though, just the pistols for DFM. And if you're playing long quarters,
I leave and they
or range
force?
duels, that'll be pretty well placed for PRX.
And why are they on a full, like,
Yeah, the Southeast Asian squad will
classic save
happily,
now? Did they not get a single kill?
Play a little bit of Songkran here, but
They're
May
not gonna
also
spike
shooting
now?
back as well. That's quite a bit of damage if you're considering how this is playing out as he finds the third. Forsaken will end the chaos for now, but that was still some losses to be felt.
Yeah, it makes them play with their economy a little bit more here and have to really dip and reinvest. But, I mean, you're 3-0 up. You've got a dimensional drift coming in towards this next round, so you can certainly
Where the fuck
look
is
to
bro
see them
looking?
use it for a retake if they need to, or if you really want to get aggressive of PRX and get down and dirty in towards these duels, you can try and utilize it a little bit earlier on as well for the team to be set up.
The mechanics on the guy. He actually found the dink at the end as well.
Looks like they just want to go together. I mean, did they do any VOD
Some
review? That's all
control.
DFM do.
4 players for PRX around this A site, and they'll establish dominance here. Shift immediately for DFM over towards the C site, where you've already got the gate crash from something to get out of there and assist the weaker side of the map in case DFM opted to go quite quickly.
You gotta watch for the Rolling Thunder that Akame has.
Stealth drone denied as well. You've got that shear wall that is in a problematic position to try and bait out as DFM. You're not running a Yoru, for example, to do that free of charge. Well, at the cost of utility. And now something is getting all the information on what exactly
Oh,
is
they missed
happening
it.
around the map.
Not too bad, but PRX needs to rack up in the kills. They're actually
They
getting
missed it,
traded.
something comes
Instead,
out of
something
his-
falling to Art as well. Jing trying to hold, but
Open just
Akame once
dies.
more with the trade.
Now
Yeah, but the
2v2.
enough
You know
time
where
to
one
still
is?
have an idea for DFM on where they want to potentially end this
Should
one.
have an okay
Vice
idea
still
of where the
available, by
buy
the
is
way,
as
as
well.
device, so that B sheer wall is still there, which would give good information to PRX if it does end there. So it's 50-50 essentially for DFM. C
Could
or A.
help, but this is still going to be a bit of a numbers game. Can Devi fend off 3 incoming invaders? He hears them. Flashes out, will go in to spray down the first, and with a drive-by, he backpedals and takes down Akame as well. Steel Guard into rip.
You want guns? Okay. No. And he has to try and establish a plan here as well.
10 seconds.
They can give it to them if they want to.
Sure enough, but still, Patman trying to deny. The Hunt will spot out his target, but okay, Jin trying to slip aside. Does spot them out though, but thankfully with a high-low setup, Patman will save the day. The Caped Crusader arrives.
Yeah, I mean, that's big from Devi to be able to just kind of hold mouse one and catch 2 of them in the spray. The second essentially on the fadeaway.
What are they
PRX,
doing, man?
Dimensional drift from something, you'll see that
If you need to
earlier
breach
on,
up,
quite
just
a
fucking
bunch of
breach up.
information and attention for the team to push up through the lobby. Yes, he gets traded on out, but it's the trade game in the beginning that kind of works out for DFM. 2 versus 3 scenario recovered for
Okay, you got a bit
PRX as they
fortunate, but
continue
fuck me.
this flawless run. Not getting
Why not
reset on
TP
the
in
economy
as the
either.
Omen and
Starting
create
to
a
think
different
for
angle?
ourselves as DFM, well, if you drop this here investment round that you've got light shields for and Vandals and the Phantom, are you taking a timeout?
Thinking about it, but this is a good look from PRX nonetheless.
I'm thinking
Their
this
mental
game's
is not
shit.
shaken, but right now, DFM attempting to make something happen across rubble as well. The Viper wall, a drone in towards the site, and also a lot of presence around tree. PRX though maybe setting up for the retakes. You got Patman with
Big room
Nightfall
between
nearby.
PRX and Koi?
Yeah, and you got to remember the step up from Suggest when he played on the
Oh, I don't know.
Vice. And what
I
was
don't
around
know.
this
It would
A
be
side too,
interesting
remember?
like
So this time,
PRX would finish in
I'm
like a
not going to be
global
able to
ranking
really
right
have a
now.
lot of weight with the util, but exchange
fatal.
holds quack.
PRX
It
gets
allows for
smacked.
PRX to slip in. Forsaken in with the body shots, and you got Jing
Nice.
for the showstopper as well. Kami now stunned and trapped inside a tree. He just cannot get out. A majestic sweeping symphony of a round conducted by
This could be a
PRX.
fast one.
Great tunes coming out from them in that round as well.
We are so
Flawless
back.
in nature to
DFM
come
are so
away
lost,
with
I think is what you really
the
want to
fifth
say there.
round on the board. DFM
They are just like a
mean,
traveling
needing
circus.
to kind of step into the situation that I was talking about on the last map, right? Finding a player here or there was what PRX kind of were missing out on a little bit. You know, pull apart a couple of these pieces, make things easier for yourselves. If you're going into these 5v5 situations and PRX are getting an idea on where they need to rotate towards, the back of course, something being able to do so quite quickly, they can come out with some great dominance.
This time, however, it's going to be the mound play. There is a lovely haunt, but Jing somehow missing his mark as well. He was stunned up.
Yeah, taking a page out of Jinbung's
You
book
gonna just
from
rip it?
last map. Great little initiative play from Patman there, but just stunned. Jing couldn't get anything.
Ooh. Intentionally tripped as he slips in.
Yeah, do you consider at this point in time that that's a bait on it, or that it's actually real? Gonna think better of going too deep, so he's gonna send the drone to do so. Now he's got Jinbung here to assist him.
And if you're a PRX, you just really don't have any idea. You need to push up for that information, but that's when Art will capitalize. Double kill found, Forsaken a trade
probably
right back.
mistook that guy
Salvos
as
then
the real
from
guy.
Art to hold.
Yeah.
The spike is on the ground though.
Oh, but Patman
What?
pushing out where needed to. Art for a trade.
What
Art
the-
on
what
for
the
a
fuck is this
potential
game,
ace
man?
here. And the timing from May is gorgeous. Look at that. Slipping the net, Quack, finding the gaps, trying to catch PRX, who get a little bit aggressive into the B site before the spike is even established.
It's not much to do.
So that means that, you know, you don't necessarily need to see a timeout from them now because they did get the round on the board.
Which will always be welcome. First loss on the map for PRX. It happens through a bit of a trick play with Art, the Ibaraki ninja. Being able to slip into the site. Off being pulled out this round though by something. It does meet its mark. Jinbung getting taken down.
Yeah, now you can't really toy with the smoke screens over towards the A side of things either. So you're going to have to invest some smokes from GN if you want to try and get over here. Ooh. The A side of the map is completely open for the taking for DFM, but they're not going to be able to find that one and recognize that, because they, of course, have seen, you know, the likes of Device setting up some util over here. Seen a couple of different members set up for some bait plays as well, but they'll start to piece something together a little bit.
Attempting to at least, but with the op shot from something, they're thinking twice about it as well. Of course, it
end
could be
this.
a fake,
Give
so
me a
it depends
13-1.
on how DFM calls around this. Art having no true
What map did
idea.
DFM win
The
13-1
information
on?
Not
Please don't tell me it was
accurate.
Lotus.
Yeah, I mean, we saw the importance of 10-10 having an operator, right? Just able to lock down a line,
Pearl?
change it up.
And Pearl is map 3? Holy shit.
Side steps as well. And now it's just an attempt at a mid-round play in towards the B site. Something
I mean,
in
it's
with the
just
shorty.
everything on
Once
our
again
own.
with the op as well. He will find the next player to hit. And Petman also preventing entry.
How bad is our
PRX
permaban
up to
if
6.
we aren't
Yeah, it
banning
looks
this
a lot
map?
more coordinated from PRX as well, right? The risks that they are taking to have some bodies over at the choke point engagements, it's not too far-fetched on how they're tackling them, especially when you've
Like,
got an
holy
AWP as well,
shit.
right? When that wall goes down, pretty pivotal for
Why is my
the shots
duelist
to come out
picking
from
that alone?
something, and then it's
Alone.
just together, right? He's playing with Jing in
Alone.
this position, making sure that he's got trade ability, and the rest of the team is just watching the other angles that they need to as well. It's good little micro plus macro.
Have we not taken a
Bunch of
time out
those
yet?
engagements.
Have we already given up?
A lot of that PRX would need a lot more of for now. Just making some presence known, but also TP away. Divide, somewhat undetected, but May will slide over. Good shot,
All
but
time.
still the trades found by
Fuck
DFM,
me.
and now some space as well. Something
It's like
will
going back in time in
not
this game.
quite leg a player. I thought he did. But this is then the Viper's Pit up and online. Armageddon just to create more space as well. Now Art continuing to spray off by the wayside. PRX trying to find more, but completely denied by the Phantom at the hands of Jinbong. Snakebite to burn something down as well. The second round picked up by DFM.
In thrifty fashion too, just getting in towards that C site very quickly, divide down for the count after one, and the fact that you're able to
How's he
establish
got
a
2
pit
kills there,
doesn't really
Jimbo?
give time for PRX to
show
try
me
and
that
get back
again.
in there as well, right? Just trying
I
to
mean,
get
even
in
this
very
by
quick.
divide, though, was
I get
messy.
the idea. You don't want to allow your opponents to get set up, to go for the plant, right? You
Oh,
want
the
to catch
second
them
one
when
is
they might be a
just
little bit
pure
lesser,
blind.
especially when they got the lesser weaponry too. But
And then we
well,
run into a
doesn't matter in
fucking
that scenario,
snakebite.
does it?
It's a great
Oh,
thrifty
dear.
picked up.
Gun rounds to be presented here, no operator for something this time. One away from the dimensional drift, and he's going for some rubble control yet again, taking a little bit of damage earlier on. Of course, the decay in effect too.
Sure, I mean, PRX was
Attempt
6.
to take
Surely
more control.
they can
PRX
win on
onto the
attack.
other side.
Surely they can fucking just out-aim
Forsaken
this
trying to
team,
set up
double
something
duelist and
for,
win
well,
on attack.
something.
Yeah, I wonder if they want to try and attack May, but he will get out of dodge. Not going to be caught by himself in an untradeable position.
Does make quite a bit of noise as he does so, though, so something getting a little bit more curious now, and he will bite the bait. May to trade right back.
Yeah, lucky that May was actually really heads up to go in for that trade quickly, because there's a world in which Art gets taken out, and that one isn't tradable onto something.
While all that
What are you
happens,
doing, DFM?
you got Jinbong to attempt at tripping more traps across C site.
The thing is, they can go back
Why don't they
there
put a
now if
salvo
want
there
to,
at the
right?
start of the round?
They haven't spotted out the wall at C site. They spotted out just the thorns, which
Just pulls more rotations over from PRX, but as they do so, PRX with the
yes,
peaks, they
ranked
will
round.
find their shots. Into the smoke, Forsaken trying to extend his reach. Spots out GN, and on for the Nightfall as well. The triple kill, a hat trick picked up by Forsaken.
yeah, great shots to come out from him there. Just DFM not able to quickly realize
DFM,
where he
they're
repositions
like-
to and get the frags. Some great duels won, right? You got the trade out there from May. The fact that Forsaken's able to find
It's
that one,
like
though,
right
on
now, they're
May,
like magnets.
Really doesn't set up anything.
But
and then
like we're trying to,
Jinbong was spotted over
it's like
at
we're
C
trying to
in
push the
thorns,
two
right? So
like
you get
north
the idea that
poles
the
of a
rotation
magnet
will come
together.
A little bit later without the rest of the team.
We're trying to push them together, and it's just, you know, when you and it just goes. This is DFM. What the fuck are they doing? Can I call Chobra? I mean, I could, yes. If he wants to, I'm happy to. Honestly, yes, please tell him to. Please tell him to call me. In fact, I'm gonna message him right now. Are you ready? I'm gonna message him and say, please call me. Please call. I need help with my eyes watching this game. Help. What happened with Zeta Talon? I have no fucking clue. People said that Zeta actually looked good.
Changing its location or not, if it's still going to be at the front of B, which it is. So there's the idea that DFM already know that going into this round now, if they want to contest with it or not. I mean, Patman's going to be there again, but to start off, you've lost GN immediately, and no trade.
Advances out from PRX. Yeah, they're not going to give.
I mean, that was
DFM
quite an
a
interesting
chance to
idea by
trade.
PRX. They're
Something
pushing
did just have
A
to get
with
away from this
something
A-rumble
on his
control. It
own,
was really right at the
and they're
choke point,
pushing
looking to
C with like
get
a
spicy
pack.
with it.
Thankfully, we'll get out of dodge for now, but of course, DFM still
Save
staying
me,
grouped up.
Chobra.
Yeah, and
Save
remember
me.
something, has the dimensional
Save
drift here
me.
to get all the information. If
What
this
am I
does
watching?
Shift into a retake.
How are you doing?
Bit of a flash
No,
play. Will
no,
find
I'm not
May.
doing good.
Clone out just to check
I
if there are
mean,
more players on towards
well,
tree
from
as
which
well.
perspective are we
It just
talking about?
allows
Isn't
for
this
Jing to
marginally
swing
better
through,
than
the angle
Ascent?
being held spectacularly? PRX moves
Yeah.
upward.
It almost looks too easy for them, doesn't it? When they go for a
DFM.
little bit of just team play over at Mound, and then you're forcing DFM away
What
into
are
the
they
A site
doing?
Where something meets them at the choke, gets the information,
What are the-
and then the
what-
team shifts
this isn't
back
a
on over.
tag-sided map.
DFM, they're not falling back. They're still
How is it so hard for
wanting
them?
to go towards the alpha site, and they're just not able to really even get in. Good timing from something.
How did
individually.
PRX lose a
Yeah.
map to this team? I mean, I watched it happen.
Falling back and playing passive,
Could
and
even
wanting
be,
to get into the duels.
Could even be great counter usage of the
It's
timeout by
pretty
Coach Alex.
bad.
Yeah, of course.
Being able to throw a wrench into DFM's plans, but we'll see how the next round
The biggest
shapes up.
indictment on
DFM once
PRX
again
is they
go
let
for
DFM
local
win a
control.
map.
Something is nearby, and he does take a pick.
I mean,
Yeah,
we,
you didn't
it's
expect
not
me to
over
get
yet,
that util.
TME.
If,
There's a
if
third
DFM
match to
win
be
this
played.
game,
They've got that
if
dodge,
DFM win this
shouldn't
game,
knock
I'm
you this
going to
time.
lose my
4
shit.
versus 4.
That would genuinely
Will
just
DFM
show how far
decide to
PRX have fallen,
stay
and you
around
literally
A
need to
or
just
not?
completely restart the
Sheerbox
roster.
confirmed that no one's
Like,
in
cut
front of it.
everyone. Cut them all.
Dang.
If DFM win this game, cut everyone.
Once again as well.
Restart.
So smoke
Oh, I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't say that so easily.
As well, by the way, if they
You have
do
no
hit it in this
idea.
breakable room, which they do, so it's on Forsaken to come up with a multi-kill.
Oh my god.
They have no idea. He hears the paranoia. He hears the
I mean,
spike
I
getting
think-
planted. And he
Who's
has the
starting on
great opportunity.
attack
Look at the trigger
on the-
discipline
oh
now.
my
Goes for the
gosh.
first and in for the next burst. You got the paranoia.
What, because
as
you
well
think
as the
whoever it
Prowler
is
out
will
from
be
the other
shit?
side as well. GN
Yeah,
trying to fend off his
I think
incoming
so,
invaders.
actually.
But Forsaken will
You think they'll just
continue
lose
tearing
whoever
forward,
starts
just
on
completely
attack?
ripping DFM
I
asunder.
think so.
And the thing is, for Forsaken
Two
there, in that moment
clueless
in
attack
time,
sides.
he does not overplay his hand as well, right? He spots out the planter, lets him go, wants more kills,
Oh
but
my
when he
God.
finds them, he blinds them afterwards. Lets the team get in.
How was Zeta
as well,
Division?
right?
I didn't watch that
A lot
game.
of time in
How
the
were they?
Dude,
history,
Zeta
you'll see
played
some,
real
you know,
well.
Big W gaming moments from PRX, overplaying
Zeta
their hand,
played very.
potentially
They were
overheating,
super
but look at how
proactive,
he
like
methodically
across the
displays
entire
around it,
map.
and then
1010 was
has to
going
play with the team, right?
crazy.
Batman as well.
Shota was
Good
firing
sees.
right from the
They're stuck
start.
in the room. They're paranoid.
It was
There's no
really
way
good. I mean,
DFM are
Talon
getting
didn't
out.
play very well, but I also think like Zeta
Exactly
just
what you
kind
would
of
need from the
caught
Southeast
them
Asian squad. Next round
and
coming up.
just ran with the
It's a
momentum.
huge
And then
pop
Talon
splash for a bit of rebel
hasn't been
control.
able to scrim
Contested,
because
though,
Cruz's
quickly.
father
And
passed
also
away.
from the
Oh my
shadows,
God.
instantly
So,
spotted by
yeah,
Jing.
so that was
Yeah,
rough for
just lets
Talon.
him
But
stick that in
and
towards
apparently,
the
so
dark
Jip Boys was
cover,
IG
and then
yelling.
finds the
Apparently, they
frag.
did that for today's game. But
as well, real low.
DFM trying
But
to
either way,
scuffle their
Zeta
way
played
out of
really
this one,
well.
but it's
Zeta
not
played
quite
really
gonna
well.
happen easily. The overdrive is popped, but he is incredibly low. Jinbung as well spotted. The lurk completely
I
eliminated.
think if they play
Something
like
to take
that, I
down
think
another
the Zeta
player as
Notion
well.
game is going to be a
But DFM continued
super
to
banger
ball
next
right
week.
back.
And obviously, it's for
Holding
playoffs,
Rebel.
so.
Dig real deep here.
Oh, Davai though traces his crosshair cross, and that's now something just a leapfrog forward.
Jesus Christ, end this game. Why couldn't PRX win map 1? Jesus. You gonna prolong this for me, PRX? Really? It's always these games. You always have to go 3 maps.
It is always these games, honestly. The good ones always end in a close 2-0.
I know why PRX are gonna win this game. Because they're playing an opponent who plays like it's 2023.
Oh, you mean when they were thriving?
Yeah, they can... Well, PRX can only beat teams who play in a 2023 clueless... Maybe even 2022. I might even go 2022 clueless style.
You're not wrong.
DFM
You're
is
not
winning
wrong,
map 3, I
actually.
swear. I saw it in
You're
the
not wrong.
stars last night.
Why would you... imagine writing on a sign like, oh, I'm a massive Paper X fan, but they're only going to win 2-1 against DFM. A team that hadn't won a map.
That's actually crazy. That's actually crazy. That's how much faith they lost. That's crazy.
Oh my goodness.
I think like, I don't know. Art needs like I don't know where you would even learn though, but like I think Art needs to learn to shift like IGLing styles based on meta. He's struggling so much.
Also didn't
It's rough
find
because
a
he looked
single defensive
so
round.
stressed after their loss
So,
last week. Like
yeah,
you could
kinda
tell
hedging
that
their
he
bets a little
knew
bit
like he
that,
was
they would get more on their
screwing up on his
side
calls
than
and he
they
didn't
managed
know
to.
what was going on. But
And well, 2 rounds.
I don't know who teaches you that.
See how it shakes up with DFM now. You know, different
Well,
composition.
it's
on
all
the
depressing.
Neon. But for now, at least.
This game is just honestly depressing
trying to
is
pick
the word
more health
for
bars
this game.
across
I
the
think.
map. PRX.
In
For this
so many...
Lotus, the
Onto
Lotus
works
is like the Ascent was
See
at
what
least
Art
The
is gonna
Ascent,
do.
Heights
no,
from
to be
DFM's
fair,
point of view.
like Ascent was DFM
Go into the
had
side
some
itself,
good
looking
ideas,
for the gate
and then
crash.
Yes.
they would get into a 5v3, and then one Paper X player would just kill
Quickly
3
dealt
players,
with
and then we
until
decided
Yeah.
where the
PRX
round went from there.
dispersed.
Yes.
No rotations from the rest of DFM though.
But this is yeah.
They're okay to just
You're
let these
just
2
kind
players
of falling
survive a
over on
little bit with
yourself,
Salvos
and
just coming back online
then
and
Paper
used.
X is just farming kills.
Trying to think about the
Yeah, this time
situation,
we
but
just
yeah,
lacked the good ideas for DFM
Still
to
a
start
chance
the
for
round
Paper
up
X to-
3 kills.
Rotate in towards May,
Ooh.
who is getting very far forward now, looking for a 1, and then have the wall pop up for him to escape.
And that's that.
Yeah, no wall just yet.
Backtracks into the A site, continues to
info.
jiggle. Wall still not up, so maybe the fuel not quite there, but nonetheless,
What is that
May still
smoke?
being able to hold the site. Full push from
Oh
Tree
my
by
God.
Paper X, but can they take May down? It
Dude,
took a little
what?
bit of effort, but managed to get there in the end. Still though,
I
with
mean,
that
okay,
time,
to
DFM
be
honest,
then gets
though,
to find some pot shots through the smoke.
Forsaken
Economy,
and
a
Smoke's
double
missing
found.
is nothing
Continues to peek
new.
out. It's a 3-on-2 with Petman.
Yeah,
finding
but
a
the
dig.
problem is this
He's still
time there's no
pinned down
lineup
by
to
the
it.
boxes, though. For the swing
Just-
out now, then something to assist his fallen teammate, but you
Go on,
still
something,
need
point and
to
click.
take
You
down
win
these
this.
2 incoming tangos.
No
Tries to
way.
reposition, does have the gate crash, but I don't know.
No,
if that
it's
one's gonna
Jimbing
help
and
out too much.
GN.
Fake
Surely they
sit.
don't lose.
DFM
They're
knows,
playing together.
but they still holding down the angle. Will allow themselves to get isolated. Now onto the spike tab, and
Why are
something
you
goes in
doing
for
that,
the
man?
push.
He goes huge.
Oh
Absolutely.
my
are you doing?
gosh.
Why are you
there in that
still-
pistol? You had to
Yeah,
see
why
this
would
round
you-
be gathered by DFM
That was.
because
Oh, as soon as you said they're playing together.
They didn't.
Oh my God, get us to map 3. Get us on there quick. Don't even have a break. Let's just go straight in.
Oh, I'm down for that.
Yeah, no break.
I'm down for that. No bathroom break for players. Just go right in.
Fucking get in there.
Got 2 strong Yoru players, but we'll see. Early TPs away, and DFM have stacked up onto the correct site, but will they find
I
the
love
shots? PRX
forcing when it's 1-0, but we don't force when it's
as a
11-2.
firing squad. May though throwing out the crosshair placement.
Make
I
it
mean,
make
they
sense.
are
Now
on
as well.
defense.
It's 11-2.
PRX, this could go
Try and
bad
win the
until
game.
Jing finds the wall banks to save his team. It is going to be map point.
you
You're
say May
literally
don't
playing
feel
for
the crosshair
OT.
placements. I think Jing Satchel
they
also
they got their
crosshair placements for his
one
team.
map win, man.
But
Cut 'em
8
a
recovers
break.
in the end for Paper X to seat themselves on 10.
It's on cooldown. The next
points.
one's on
Pushes
cooldown. You
What,
gotta
for
wait.
another stage 2?
Unless we have a
Is that how long the
huge
cooldown is? Months?
universal comeback from DFM.
Whichever
Possible,
team has to play DFM in the last week, you better
As a PRX
watch.
fan, I don't want to say, mean things about the team, but as a professional caster, sometimes I will say PaperX, sometimes they love to shop at Forever 21, to buy chokers. I see you shaking your head. Say something.
That's so bad. That is so bad. Paper X are not going to choke a 12-2 lead.
Hopefully not, as something dives straight in with the judge. May now trying to fight back, sliding in over from Hall. But
Something
still,
Yoru actually
Divide
has
with
been
the
pretty
push-up
decent,
will eliminate
to be honest.
Akame.
It hasn't been that bad. He's had one moment, but he's overall been okay.
But Art now also chiming in.
Oh,
The
buddy.
hold from DFM.
That looks like a
What did I
DFM.
say?
Oh my god.
Now, and he's only
Oh my
got a
god.
sheriff and a judge.
Oh
Still,
my
though,
god.
able to take
Don't
some
lose
shots.
this.
The Thorns, I think, took. and
I
knocked DFM
swear
down as
to
well.
god.
Certainly did. And now something.
All right.
Spike is the problem here. He
What, you
doesn't
think
have
he's
the
just
spike.
not gonna know that?
Plays with the rotating door actually because he
Yeah,
does
what-
have, you know, the gate crash to come on.
You
back.
what? You think he
He
hopes?
can,
You
but I
think
he's
that
just
he
heard it
thinks
as
you're
well.
Omen?
So he
Oh
can
no,
definitely
he's gonna try to peek in from waterfall with the fake, but
if something
I
chose to
think-
What?
use
But
it.
you think that
Otherwise,
this guy
you're just
can't move?
playing on time, playing on the fact that he's 11 HP.
no. If this works though, dude, look at this. He's smiling. He knows there's a chance.
May seems to be aware.
Oh,
Looks for
he
the
had to
right
use it
angle,
early
and
though.
There is the headshot.
Yep, as I
Yeah.
said, just repositioning, you're playing a long game there,
Jesus
right?
Christ.
It's 11 HP,
Who is that
something
with
happens
the
there.
Guardian as well? You
Shouldn't
should try out
be,
for DFM.
losable. I was going to say, the round almost looked like it was going to be done with the situation that PRX put themselves in.
Well, yeah.
4 versus 4
What is
scenario,
Forsaken?
trade starts to come on
What?
out, and you're getting
Until-
good establishments until there's just 2 quick kills that come in
All right.
from essentially
Somebody
Art and
thinks
Code.
that DFM would still beat half of
Thoughts?
Went to
EMEA
wait
right
to do
now.
some
And then the
cooking.
one-
What?
With
But
PRX
that's the
winning
bonus.
12.
That
And
you
Felicia
are
only surviving with
so
one player as
trolling.
DFM.
DFM
Effects coming into this new round. 2 Guardians, 3
Maybe.
Light Shields
No,
in
no.
total.
DFM
It's also
would be the
not
worst
great
team in
to
the
take
EMEA.
away from
They
PRX
wouldn't beat
a little
Koi.
bit, but
They would be the
they're a
worst
little
team
bit
in the
now
No
EMEA.
established.
shot.
They would. They absolutely would.
Towards the seaside,
You think they could have beat Koi?
I don't think they could
Well,
beat Koi.
Jing, at least with the satchels, will find the Bucky kill.
What about-
Down to Gen for the
no.
trade.
Honestly though, DFM versus Apex, Fluorescent versus May would go hard.
Yeah, May dropping what?
Yeah, you got a full kit of utility on
Fucking
Akame, but
another
still,
11 and 15.
Will PRX be able to fend them off?
You're thinking about the May of last year, not this year.
2025.
Utility getting set up. DFM
He has been
knows
really
where
rough
PRX
this
are
year. We
hiding,
were just
and then
talking
looking
about
closer
that.
towards
It's-
there. So May is kicking things off.
he doesn't
Will
have
be
the
able to find
carry
first
potential.
hit. Devi though in for the double trade.
Bro,
but
end
then
this
just
game.
Jien
DFM,
Akame to
stop.
continue swinging
Stop.
out the trade protocol
Go to map
in favor of
3.
DFM.
Yeah.
Wait, you just said 2 rounds ago, at least try to
From
win.
DFM to hold enough weaponry as well.
Yeah,
to
but they're
make sure
not
that they
trying
get a
to
lot of
win.
these
They're
rounds
trying
in
to
the
play
second
for
round, because
OT.
all it takes
They're
for
not going
PRX
to
is
win.
get
We
one
know,
round,
you
right? They
know,
just need
I
the
know,
one.
everyone
They've got
knows.
Divide
They
with
are
Steel
just
Guard
wasting
and
our
coming in
time.
towards this next round, which can put them just onto the pistols and potentially win out in a thrifty fashion, depending on the force up that PRX want to go
I'm
for.
down.
But if they
Listen, I'm
also
down
wanna
for
make sure that they are
OT
closing
if
this round
DFM
out
wins it.
properly,
I'm down
I just
for
see
it.
them play on the side of caution for a round, right? They had the 10-2 half. They gave themselves so much cushioning that they can just go for a full round where they don't necessarily need to just over-invest.
They can stack up on the ultimates, but as I say that, DFM are stacking up on ultimates of their
Come
own.
on, Paper
Rolling
X.
Thunder and
You're
Overdrive
better
for
than
May
them.
as well as Akame.
Go and get Razor.
Orb to be gathered, not by G.
Or not.
So no showstopper in this round, but you put Patman 1 off the Nightfall. With death, that will come.
They'll have both ults next
Both
round.
sides
Can Chobra tell me where he buys his drugs from?
in a bit of a stalemate until the drone that is, but it is just one player. So some information for DFM. Oh, something.
I don't know if they ship internationally, but
this
you're
is sort of
free to check out
strange rounds that PRX wanna try
notionmall.com.
and keep DFM questioning where things may end.
Yeah, trying to slip into the A site, but quickly dealt with, dispatched by Akame. You got May as well, just anchoring down
Oh my
B.
goodness.
PRX though still breaking forward. Jing
Bro,
with
buy an
the
Ares.
movement.
Oh my.
Rifle swapped on over to the healthier player, and that is Petman. Jinbung though still swinging, and now finding Petman by the back.
Who's
Forsaken
dead?
slips in, but ultimately it's the spike on the ground. Jinbung has held the angle. Ooh.
Forsaken, I don't
Oh,
think
the
he's going to be able
distraction.
to get the spike here.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Jin can do as well. He's getting converged upon, and that's now just down.
Didn't Jing have a rifle at some
Two
point in this?
or
Is it a problem that I was scared for a second there that DFM might
Holding it,
fumble
he goes
this
for the
round?
wide swing.
Oh no,
Almost a
that
whiff,
was
but
very
still
fumbleable of them.
collected.
They had
Yeah.
multiple of these
There's
situations
damage in
on
there,
Ascent,
though,
and it
not
always
gonna
ended in a
lie,
1v1.
Down for the count. Some
True.
swinging numbers from PRX to be able to find a couple of kills in that one to still make sure that we're getting
Are you
some
gonna ask
value out of
Chobra
the
about his
weapons, of
curse?
course,
Moment
playing
he
with the
leaves
economy little by
RRQ
little,
aren't
but
frauds and
grand scheme of
non-shimmer.
things, not really that much.
Nonchalant
You know, we're
frauds.
waiting for this rifle round to come through
They're
from
not
PRX
great.
around the bend. And they do have a couple of those ults, I said, right? You fashioned Patman 1 away from the Nightfall, which now you do have. You had an investment of the Rolling Thunder in that round from Akame, but you've picked up the Armageddon coming into this new one.
up on May as well, and now he's holding down the sidelines into A.
It's this round. This is the round they win.
Jinbung spotted
They
out
have
by the
ults.
Prowler at
Surely
least.
you win this.
Yeah, and a gate crash denied as well, so no pop play
Oh,
to
no.
come down from PRX.
I mean, thankfully for
better
them,
off going towards the B
DFM
site,
is starting
can
to
spread back
play
towards
like
A.
their old selves
We
again and
hear
not
this
push
drone,
out.
It's going to spot out just one in
Oh,
Forsaken.
clueless, no info
And
DFM.
it'll cause a little bit of worry.
Dude,
Some
they
rotations
they
to
were
keep
playing
May
it so
interested
well on
around the
Ascent.
side.
Like, what's
Have
going
Kame
on
still
here?
With fault line, with flashes, an early fault line, and an
Oh my
Armageddon
God, Choba.
investment.
Oh my God.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah, it doesn't quite hit anyone. Meanwhile, the Nightfall plus the Showstopper won't hit anything either. Oh, Jing ult!
Oh
Another
my
followed
God.
by a Kame.
He's-
Thankfully, Divide fights
He's
the
playing a
trade.
different game.
May
He's
in
playing
with
a
the
different
overdrive as
game.
well, and that will expire quickly.
That is utter tomfoolery.
Dude, what
that
is
has
that?
come out there from a Kame. Cannot believe it. A missed Showstopper whiff from Jing.
Did he not
Let's
have a
a
secondary gun? What
And now
is he
with 30
doing?
seconds to go, you're going into
No,
the next
dude, he
hour.
was
Has
he was
nothing towards the
100%
trees,
farming
but no, not put it out.
Oh
Good for a kill.
my God.
He's like, we're
Allows
losing
Ascent to
anyway. I
bounce
might
out
as well get a
little bit more
clip in.
effectively. He will send out the stun as well for
They
Adam
might not
Magic.
lose.
PRX though looking to dive straight in. Art with the sidestep, but Davai will find his target. Oh, Jien spots out by the back, but Davai for the flick. It's just Jinbung and May now, who still line things up.
Fucking end
The
this
skewer
game.
foul
End this
against
game,
PRX
please.
to
You need to
keep
win
DFM
one
in the
attack round
game.
with double duelist on Lotus. Just fucking go C. Is it so hard, Paper X? Holy fuck.
Come back to come for
It is
DFM.
6-12.
It
Yeah,
is
wait.
6-12.
They don't
What's
even
the
have.
number?
They don't even have
What's the number?
Vice. What's going on here? It's just the Viper.
Yeah, no,
Go see.
no Sentinel against double duelist. Come on, we can do this. You're getting knifed. Oh dear. That honestly is a great sign.
That's amazing. That's so funny.
Oh dear. Seriously though, let's say that, you know what? Let's say Paper X don't make playoffs. What
Right?
do they do?
I don't think they are gonna change any.
You don't think
roster.
so? It's like you don't think.
No, because Patman entered like halfway through stage 1, and I don't think they do. I don't know how I feel about that, but I don't think they do.
Okay.
I mean, who would you even? What would you even change though? What are you gonna do? Pick up
Everything,
5 new
everything.
players?
Blow it all up. Blow it
We're-
up.
This is not
Keep
just a game,
Forsaken.
this is a way of life.
Cut the rest.
Yeah. The Paper X way. The
Batman,
double
I don't know.
gaming.
Maybe keep him. I don't know.
The Prowler
I don't know,
now,
man.
though,
The way he
it
was
does
doing
tag May up,
friggin'
especially with the
solo
stinger
Q
that follows it.
flashes nonstop on Ascent.
Again, stalled
Rough.
from getting into the side itself, at least for now. And if you want to try and explode out into this one, oh, well.
The old
Oh, and it's
just
just a
send
coming
it
to hold
be.
the off angle.
Always
Jingo
works.
at least will be able to relay
if
forward.
we,
May now finding a shot from the angle that he has.
15 HP.
Low
Fucking
HP,
hell.
but still some damage. Jinbung now affording assistance from A-Link. Jing trying to push back in, but to no avail. It's just Defy, who is way too far
Doesn't always
separated.
work.
Gotta be careful with the line that he does go on. 'Cause May
What are
is
we doing
holding
here?
something with
Why
the
are we
operator,
still
but
watching this
looks
map?
away. They don't know where Devi is.
Defy could slip through. Oh,
cover.
he's not quite sure where they're
Where-
looking. So
what
with
the-
the
what
slip
are you
forward,
doing?
GN
It worked
will
for
land
you,
his
but
shots.
you
It's
have the spike
DFM
on
still
site.
hanging on by a
Where
thread,
are
but
you
they
looking?
surely
Where are you going?
climbing up.
And then there was 7. Trying to get in
Why-
towards the side
why?
quickly.
Why would you
Wall
ever
as
do
well,
that?
Right, to provide a little bit
Like,
of
you could have
decay,
just
but
lost the
it's
round for
May.
no
15
reason.
HP doesn't matter when the operator is in play. And as long as he doesn't overstep, really, you know, he's not giving Paper X away to get back into that round. So 2 surviving yet again is A-okay. You're starting to build up, you know, economy on a couple of these players, right? GN is
Please,
able to
Paper X,
afford a drop
please.
here and
This
there.
should not have even been this close.
But for
They got
Paper
Euro.
X,
They got
eventual
Euro.
drift
All right.
in towards the B site.
They're gonna make it look like they're going C, or they're gonna go A. Classic.
He can go real
Never
deep
mind.
in. He
He's
wants to
tagging
do
everybody
that.
towards
Oh
the
my
A side.
God.
What
How
the-
has he gotten away with that? It's a paranoia. It's a near sight.
Now they.
He has some sort of vision.
Ooh, they
Wow.
cancelled
Took a little bit of
up A.
time for the
Odin to wind up.
Oven, yeah, possibly,
just
but
do a
still,
B-split.
nonetheless,
Come on,
good
it's
pickup
so
for
simple.
Paper X, now trying to regroup themselves. DFM trying to retain control over the map, but the
Yeah, they're setting up for
Yeah,
it.
they know that someone's
good.
in retreat, more importantly, right?
more question
But we're
marks.
doing
Jingle,
it-
though, great timing for the Viper Spit, but has to
Honestly,
backtrack
that's-
out of there because of the Prowler.
Yeah,
A
he's
lot
got
more
to
Oh.
space.
That's
He's
fine.
got to almost give up.
Honestly,
Yeah.
don't care.
Paint shells will keep him at bay. He needs to get in it, but it's dirty. He doesn't exactly know, and now
He'll
this
slip
flank
into the
is
edge.
looked after by the sheer.
And that allows for more Paper X players to really surround the site. Davai
Davai?
spots out Jien, something denying entry by
Oh,
Mei.
no,
This
Davai.
could be it.
It's fine, it's fine.
Jinbong
They gotta
still
kill, they
keeping
gotta kill
inside
and
of
have
it. Davai holding out the back line, but still can he
GG,
deal with Jin?
right,
Will be
let's
able to
go
hit
home.
it. And off to Forsaken
All
now.
right.
Just
Take us to
Akami
Pearl.
left.
And DFM, I want a
One against
13-1.
5, and he starts things off decent, but not quite it.
Jesus Christ.
Ay, ay.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Someone help me. Someone help me.
Oh, wow. One more.
Who do you think's gonna win?
I mean, at this rate, Paper X, I think. I don't need. Yeah, I'll go with Paper X, I guess. But like if they had closed out earlier, like 100% Paper X, but dude, I don't know, man. But I think DFM's pretty bad at bouncing back. So TMV,
I want to say it's a
would he
round.
cast a tourney between All Gamers, DFM, Koi, and Furia for 50K?
Is that a legit offer? Are you offering me 50k or is that for the teams getting 50k? I will definitely do that for 50k.
Yeah, I'd do it for cheaper.
Yeah, I do it for less, honestly. Yeah, I would.
Yeah, for sure.
The reason I'm going to Ran is
Oh, 50K Korean won. So $50.
maybe not as much. The reason I'm going to go with Ran is because Zoroastrianism is about fire, right? I don't know what this is, but what year is it? Let's go. Parkchester Motel. Thinking we're somewhere. Somewhere in this circle. Does Vegas have mountains in the background? It does. What if we're on like the edge of Vegas?
PRX actually made the Euro look decent.
Just shh, 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 shh. I'm cooking in this one. Okay, Copenhagen. Copenhagen, but very early. Year is it though? What year is it? Let's go 50s. Thing is, this could be a lot. I mean, can't really tell what car this is, but I am absolutely fucking frying on this. So this is 90s. Fucked it on the last one. Fucked it. Okay, one thing I actually want to do though is take a look at NRG for my video. Yeah, I want to take a look at map 1 for my video today. Because what? They didn't win an attacking round. They're meant to be a fucking... They did... Is that right? Did they not win an attacking round? Yeah. Playing double duelist. FNS. Meant to be an attack-sided IGL. They didn't win a single attacking round.
Aggressive look down mid. Aspas claims that second to get his team the man advantage.
Bro, he did not want to leave. His teammates...
Let's just see what they did.
And out, they have lost the anti-bonus. They were down 0-4. Verno brought them back into it with that 1 versus 4 clutch. And now to start the second half, they want to go for aggressive look down mid. Aspas claims that second to get his team the man advantage.
They ended a 3v4.
Teammates out with the insertion of Mark
Versus Tazia
candidate.
And they do end up on the site.
You have the salvos for Verno. Looking good for MIBR right now.
Antonis is ahead of it here. Quick course correction for Aspas keeps him safe, and then Som dives deep. MIBR overwhelm NRG, and it's down to Mata.
FNS run away.
And yeah, he hears a bit
Some
of
run in.
out of that C site, and he realizes he is severely outnumbered.
Whilst turn is going to come out from MIBR towards...
Yeah, we can skip past the second round.
On my spot.
When we start to look... This group, to be fair, hyper competitive.
And so Mata has got his full armor, but it's resulted in Som only having a Guardian at the moment. Tezzy going to feel the pressure flashed up. Recon comes in, and he knows that he just has to retreat, play for this full retake right now.
Now, MIBR are not
Okay,
gonna have the
they do a
option to
full
rat there
CXer.
via C-Long for quite some time, if at all. They're just not in position for it.
Now they're going to be waiting for Aspas as well to rotate all the way over. He was playing pretty deep in A-long. Seltron going to get some information. Backside for Verno.
This util is getting a little bit thin for MIBR. They've got to actually do
How is
something with
this
it.
smoke?
Trying to get back in backside, but they just haven't found an actual timing window to do it. Psalm's playing in the dark cover. Wow, they've sniffed him out. He is in serious trouble.
What is that? What's this? The worst game of hide and seek of all time?
It's a little bit of damage. There's nothing to write home about now, but here come MIBR flooding into the back of the side. It's already a ghost fighting purchase as Som. His head rolls. Beautiful stuff. Verno just steps up, takes the fight, and Mata has to make use of the recon there. What a bonus for MIBR. Such an unlikely scenario.
If DFM win, I get VIP. If DFM lose, then 1,000 bits. I can't stop gambling, meow.
Is that worth it for 1,000 bits? How much is 1,000 bits?
Year, and you've got the GOAT Aspas on your team. He's just been that
See,
good.
I don't have a problem with the bet. The problem is I don't want to, like, because then when you do it, it's like everyone will then say, oh, can I get VIP for 50 bits? But I feel very confident that DFM won't win. So I will take you up on it.
This time it's a completion on the kill. And that's rough for NRG. I mean, MIBR showing they can take these frags and fall off.
Sorry, I needed to concentrate.
He hasn't had a lot of time to.
You can't go giving out VIP so easily, says Where's the Fitting. Maybe I can't.
Mata gets a fight taken out of him. Darren Shenham holds the line. He drops down. Slightly expected angle. This time it's a completion on the kill. And that's rough for NRG. I mean, MIBR showing
For 1,000 bits. Maybe it's not worth it. You are right, Wes.
If anyone from Garage? Yeah, there were a lot of pings. That's the spike! The overheat!
Stan XYZ!
The positioning! What a blunder! What a win!
Thanks for the prime.
Into the spawn fault line.
I can give you VIP for a day if you want.
This is Valorant.
Fearsome Ty, thanks for the 17 months as well.
NRG, they are just stuck in this choke. Aspas still with that outlaw towards long as well.
Corsair actually falls back over to the C. This range, and so he tries to call things off. Is Paves. Artisan gets off the angle. Those stingers are a little bit scary. This range, and so he tries to call things off here with an aftershock. Shenham just swings out into the fight. Stingers over to the C.
See, they try this idea, but they try it before, like,
Garage is Paves. Artisan gets off the angle. Those
they're ready to actually try the idea.
tries to call things off here with an aftershock. Shenham just swings out into the fight.
30 seconds.
I mean, I know it's an eco, but there's no smoke there, despite the fact that Psalm has a smoke. Oh shit, they're in.
Yeah, but for starters, Devi is going to be the first casualty, and on a map like Pearl, if you're losing your Astra first, well, you have to see the rest of the squad do something big. Jing with the Blaze Wall potentially can pivot for
So our
something for the
third
team.
different controller player
Something with
in
the single cloud burst,
2025.
but what is the problem right now is the DFM pushing A main
Oh,
gets
yeah.
all the information that it's going to
Question.
end up at B. You've still got the
Why
trademark at
is
mid doors.
Devi
You've got somebody
playing
looking at
Vice on Lotus?
You know where they are.
It's just
But
such a good
Forsaken
read.
is
They're
playing
in their
Vice
heads, and PRX
on
right
Pearl.
now, you know, unless they're able to play with this
Also,
number and truly
what the
overwhelm
hell
the site,
is this
it's gonna
wall?
be a bit of a tough story to write.
Oh,
and as
they.
I said, playing with the Blaze Wall as well.
What?
You know, that's a
I
way you can
mean,
get in, but you haven't
yeah,
tripped
what?
the sheer yet.
But even if you
40
do
seconds as
trip
well.
the
This is what
sheer,
happens when you-
Something's got to give.
it doesn't
10
matter.
At least we'll
Oh,
try,
well,
but
okay.
Yeah.
Akame, two more headhunter kills. And now possibly more as well as Forsaken just
This is usually what happens when you didn't have enough time to get your lineup right in
And then
range.
May behind. We'll get the job done. DFM
No, seriously.
with the
I'm always like,
pistol
screw
round.
it, just
And
make
on the
this
back
wall.
of Akame, getting a couple of great shots as well, right? Able
You
to
a
start
Vice
off,
player,
remove your
Cobra?
smokes player. Like that is
I
the one
play
player in
Vice.
that
I play a
scenario
lot
that
of
feels
Sentinel every
really
now
hard
and
done
then.
by. They're not at the front of the pack.
Sentinel's
They're
probably
almost at the
my-
back of the pack.
At this
Why
point, it
me,
might
Marin?
be my most played.
unlucky.
You do give off
unfortunate.
Sentinel vibes, I think.
It's one of these rounds. And
Yeah,
also
everyone
just
says that. What does that mean?
I don't know.
I mean,
I don't
sure,
know.
maybe DFM looking a little
But I'm
bit
a
up and
dirty
down
little
sometimes,
lurker that
but
plays
for
like a
Akame to
rat.
stand up at this moment.
Yeah.
Truly
Yeah, like
means a lot. The
calm.
outlaw now.
Yeah, like
thanks to
just like
confidence from before.
you know, not
Oh,
not
not like,
overheating,
yeah.
chilling, like you know, just like
See how this is going to go for the Pistols.
Sure, sure.
just sitting, you know, on your
shredded
camera, just fucking
the
chilling
sniper.
whilst everyone else
Yep.
is chaos,
Up
and
by
you're
mid
just like,
doors though. That's the judge.
No, I love those rounds when
Oh,
I'm
there's
just
the
watching
outlaw.
it,
It's
and then I'm like,
collateral.
cool.
Another double.
Just everything.
Wait, what time are you
crumbling
on?
apart. It's the early part of the map, but
24, 23, 22,
completely-
21, 20, 19,
keep
and now
going.
5, 4, 3.
dumbfounded.
Yeah.
PRX
All right.
struggle to find even a single.
But to
glimmer of
answer
light
your
in this
question
round.
legitimately, I
But this is
think
what
it's
we wait
just
for now,
whoever
right?
they
First
want
rounds,
to have actually
forget about
lurking.
it.
That's what
PRX,
Forsaken's
To
playing.
get on the board, you want to do so when there's
That
a
is my
bonus
assumption.
available and you've got the big weaponry
Yo TMV
here
now I wanna
to
know
play.
what kind of
But I think
vibes
for
am I
me,
giving?
You're also
I
a
need to see
sentinel.
some good
I mean, but the
fundamentals
thing is for
early
you,
on in this
Akuma, is
map, right?
your
Like,
profile
yeah,
picture
there
is
was a
just
13 to
deadlock.
1
So
in
I
the
just see you as a
previous
deadlock
rendition of
player.
This one where they went against each other, different scenario, right? We've seen them improve on this map. We saw them improve against Boom. How much you read into that one when Famous is dropping near 30 kills though, and something is really getting isolated, Jing's really getting isolated. I don't know, but that happens, right? You'll
I
learn
would
from
say
your mistakes
Magnum,
and the weaknesses.
controller
Try
player.
to improve, and that's what they've been trying to do throughout the course of these
Zerastics.
two maps that they've already played here.
Take things one step at a time.
Zerastics,
Yeah,
And that's gonna be
initiator.
Steps.
Yes.
Kame.
taking a lot of steps. He's gonna complete his fitness watch tracker right there, but also for Divide to then take him down.
10 HP to spare, but most importantly, a body available. One off the runner back for Jing, and there's 3 players to defend here for DFM.
Spectre's nearby as well, but still something to try to open up
We are
space.
behind, well, so is
Caught out by
Chobra,
the
so
back.
unlucky.
We saw this on Ascent, where DFM were hiding inside of smokes. Jing, though, looking for the close-range duels. It's Jin for the swing, and now May off the judge.
45 seconds, though.
Maybe
They've got
PRX
time to
won't win.
settle.
Divide holding
Remember when
back
you said
line,
whoever
but
starts
guess
attack
who else is
will
back
lose?
line? It's Jinbong.
And now Divide 10 HP.
Yep.
This could very well be the bonus round.
I think
for
DFM just understands
They
how to
are playing
defend
their
against
cards
Paper
right.
X,
Yeah,
but
for
like they
sure.
lose
Jinbong
that
on the right
confidence when
angle,
they're
gets his head
attacking.
removed.
Nice
Now
little
it's
heads
a
up
1
duel
versus 1.
This might
It's
be the
gotta
first
the
ever
timing.
12-0 to
from
12-0.
Divide. Makes a step. Tries to bait out the peak, and he will collect on the headshot. Paper X just stumped. It's a 3-0. The bonus round picked up by DFM.
Yeah, that's rough. Just
So what's your
dancing around the
preferred
smokes
outcome
on
here?
the side
DFM
itself
winning or
there
Paper
for
X winning?
DFM, very self-sufficient, really. You know, when you consider that it was first casualty
Probably
over
a
the way of
DFM
Akame
win,
too.
I think, for
You're
the
trying to get
narrative.
around the site. What you can happen? Jien
Okay, yeah,
playing
'cause
that
we
one
at least get the
really
narrative.
nice around, and then the late lurk from Jinbong completely unaccounted for.
I'm all right with
You need
that.
to see Paper X give themselves some space. You need to see them play on the back of these prowlers on these haunts from Patman, right? When you're playing this
You
double
see that
duelist,
shout out you got from the
specifically as a
Korean
Jet
fan?
Phoenix, you potentially even got to
I
consider
heard
using
it
some of
was
the utility
the
early to
Paper X
find some first
social
space.
manager.
Well,
Oh, is that who it
now,
was?
it's just the running
And
back from
I would
Jin
say
with
that
his
they are
good
getting
attempts, but look at the push out from
what they
DFM
deserve.
into A-main as well. Divide will continue to try and hold and keep them invested, but also for Paper X, kind of getting shut down. The rifles definitely far superior. The marksmanship from DFM as well. The spike dropped. Jing trying to recollect, but it's just a stinger.
this is
One
rough.
kill
Yeah,
found,
they
but
can
that
enjoy
is
being the
it.
literal worst team in
Art's a
Pacific.
casualty there as well. But the Odin will be retained in toward the next round. 4-0. A good start here for DFM. You got to remember it was the 5-0 start over on Lotus for Paper X that kind of made things.
If they lose 13-1, maybe they do even better. Maybe they lose 13-0. Then what would you do?
If they lost 13-0,
If they lost 13-0 to DFM,
I mean, I think that'd be sick for DFM. Sorry, Paper X fans, but I mean, I'm like so done with Paper X until stage 2. Like I've been done since like week 1. I'm just like, all right, like this team, like I'm not gonna put any weight whether they win or lose, like whatever. You know, stage 2 is when I'll start judging them, good or bad.
why does the DFM coach have an America's hat?
Oh yeah. A little shout out for the league where they could get a better placement in.
TMV,
He's
do
like,
you
I
have
thought
a
we
PO
were in
box?
Americas.
I want to gift you something for
know.
next energy stream.
No, I don't have a PO box because why would I?
Sure, but you're picking Pearl with the idea that you
So
can,
we can
have
send
a
you
complete
things?
good idea on the
Yeah,
gameplay
but
on
what
how you want to play this one.
what
as
would
PaperX,
you
right?
guys send me
If
that
you're trying
I
to get
would
revenge
want?
in a series, yeah, sure. Take it to them on the map. They 13-1. You destroy them. All right, you're good. But you lose? No.
Well, we'll see. Off of the timeout, a
Jesus.
wide swing, and something will evade the op from Akame. At least for now.
I was
And everybody
lucky.
on
I
PaperX
missed
as well,
smoke.
just leaving a main control that they already fought for and had numbers in.
So, not a lot of information for now. I mean, they're working with what
Glitter
they've got, and
bombs.
that's knowing that there is some presence on B site.
At least they don't need to contend with any of the Vice
PaperX
utility that's surrounding
banned
the
Fracture
A-side
for
there,
this?
right? But it is a little bit one-dimensional in how you're going to be tackling B because you have to go through long. If you're going for a street split, well, there's
I'd
going to
send
be
you a
numbers,
cat
there's going to be a
outfit.
trademark, and now with the Cosmic Divide
Yeah, I
going up
don't
from
want a
Divide,
cat outfit.
are they just kind of try and force a plant on the corner of this wall?
Trying to brute force it. I don't know how it's going to work out, though. We'll see. It's going to be Jin alongside Mei. And they are close by. And for a bit of a hug. The flash, though, will support
Well,
PaperX
it
for
worked.
now. Jing and something taking numbers against DFM. Just Jinbung. In a blink of
Well,
an
it
eye.
worked.
Hold up inside a CT, trying to mark the angle. It's just exits for now.
Much better from PaperX in that round. Maybe even going to be able to flawless it.
Maybe this is the one.
And
This is
that
the
they
one in a
do
13
on
war.
the board, an idea for them. And just coordinated, right? Cosmic Divides in, go together through the wall, have a good flank, come out from Forsaken.
So he picks up
And
the
it
up.
looks a little bit more controlled in that round from them. But we need to see that double down. We need to see that be repeated.
Still, not too bad, and it is going to keep the stats up for Alex at the very least. The coach's intervention still coming into effect, the Alex effect. But 1-2-4, PaperX definitely going to need more rounds onto this attacking half. You got some ultimates on the side of DFM now, so economy not too big of a factor. Tour de Force deployed in. PaperX begin things by scouting out A main once again. You also have Mei as the Yoru peeking out around Pillar.
Something not able to find and open up. He's currently leading quite convincingly in terms of first kills in this series so far, but not able to further extend that for the moment.
Kame still undetected
Even
as
Alex
well.
is playing for stats. I mean, they
One
all are
off
at
shot
this point, I
found, and
suppose.
PaperX considering that maybe there were some rotations pulled over.
Well, Forsaken on the lurk mode at the moment, going to be spotted on out. Can he find anything? The answer is no. It's an immediate call for a dimensional drift from Mei as well. They're going to find out that no one's home at the A site, which puts cause for concern a little bit over toward the likes of Jinbung to buy some time with the Thorns first, get more of a rotation for the squad, which is really nice.
Yeah, Mei close by as well now. He's able to hold down the line, but for Jing, run it back available. Will use and abuse it. Taking down Jinbung and clearing out more space. Doesn't spot too much out though. And that's going to be Spike Plant for PaperX.
Going to go in for the retake though as DFM in the 4 versus 4.
You also have Cosmic Divide. Something to hold the angle. Takes down GN. Great little shot being found as he repositions for possibly a second. Art now with a spray from the Odin. Somehow finding Petman. We'll see if the rest of PaperX can
Do they know that Art's here? Oh, they do now.
Has expired, and now for Davai to be able to hold down the ground until something falls to Art. The Odin still an attempt until Davai shuts it down. Repositions back into Hall. Akame close range.
They realize
oh my
gosh.
gosh.
It's fine, fine. I mean, it's not a great plan.
Flashing it out. Akame!
There's no way.
Tour de Force close range.
There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way.
With the energy from the Red Bull.
Dude, I thought it was past time because you said it was fine. What the?
How they managed to come out with a Red Bull.
I said it's fine because I was like,
were in for that round at the
he'll be fine. I just thought he's got an op.
An operator shot on towards GN. You're starting to get.
I didn't think he'd hit a blind op shot.
As well, right? Like,
also, I didn't. I thought they planted
down.
for the good spot. I didn't realize they planted safe.
He gets a second one. It's this 1 versus 2. The fact that the Nebula just fades away and doesn't let Jing have an immediate trade. I mean, you cannot convincingly see that time and time again. You
PRX boss. Hey Akesh, are the lab rats already at the venue? A cash yes boss there consists of PRX, Nongshim and Dumby former fans. PRX boss. When our team wins 4 to 5 ecos, press the button to release the gas to make...
Holy shit. Well, the
There's
PRX boss will be happy for that one.
Good answer back.
Is that the most Paper X round ever, to see 4 revealed by a haunt?
1v4.
And just run into it?
At least we'll try into the art position, but okay. Undetected for now, but until he swings, the firing squad will still spot him.
As soon as you were spotted, you're pretty much done there, unless you just come out with a magnetic aim. That really wouldn't work a treat. So Paper
Well,
X,
this
you
one
know,
might go
maybe
the
should be on a
distance
4-3
as well.
scenario right now, but no, not allowed to be 5-2. See how much more change they've got on this attacking side. A good investment of the Nightfall there. Maybe not necessary, but it kind of did force them back and scramble to try and get their guns up, which is why Forsaken is able to find some good timing on the 2 kills there. But you've not toyed with the investments too much as DFM, right? They've still got to buy here. Light shields across the board. A operator in the mix for Akame. Not going to be haunted this time, but is off-put from the line. And now you're going to hear the operator in play.
So somewhat aware, but at least Altorb also picked up. That's another run it back for Jing. I
Got the
believe it's
deeper
the third
wall this
one.
time.
Yeah, third available. And you got
Gonna
a deep
probably
shield this
NB.
time. Just can buy some good time, unless something
Gonna
wants to
fake
try
it
and
with
just
Jing.
go ahead of it. It's baited out, it buys time. Rotations for May to get over here.
Take flight.
Keeps DFM questioning at least, but you also do have repositions now.
It's good timing on the drone, actually, because if it does spot out Jing, which it does, you know that that's the Phoenix, and you know that with the run it back, that might be where the eventual hit happens, but maybe
Oh,
he didn't
dear.
see it.
Why is he creeping
Not
out?
quite
of
sure.
the
Nonetheless,
side?
it's a good time to peek by Jing as he continues with his
Why do you have
onslaught.
your back?
Next player down now. Akame attempted
Why-
a headhunter,
Aye,
but Forsaken to prevent that from coming online.
Yeah, because of the steel garden, removed
What?
the gun, wanted to get ahead of it, but not able to, and it's just going to force DFM into a save situation.
You saw him,
PRX,
right? He did
with
see
the way
him
that their economy's
on the drone.
flowing, they
No,
can
he
definitely
did.
go for a hunt
Yeah.
if they want.
Then what the fuck is he doing?
At least for Davai, close range to jiggle, but not spotting DFM just
I
yet.
think I don't know. I think he was
Just
overthinking it because
end
he
me,
just got the
Cobra,
ones.
end me.
In control. A good kickback round by Paper X.
Your punishment will be to watch
Take some
Paper X
vengeance.
DFM for the rest of your life.
I mean, that is
They're able to
hell.
get a convincing
That
round,
is
really,
Valorant's
right?
version of hell.
And it's all with Jing as the tip of the spear.
Yeah, I mean, the timing on the owl drone and the fallback from Art, he's not been finding some good timing for himself. He's been the casualty of first deaths. I mean, you know, at least 10 times across the first 2 maps. Now, add a couple more.
The thing about
Theoretically made
Paper
sense,
X
but
is,
Jing
right?
just found
Like when
himself
NRG
right
lose, it's still
spot.
funny. Like there's still
So
some
the round's
fun
coming
to be
up
had
as well.
there.
The run it back not quite yet.
But with
bright.
Paper, I think we're past
Yeah, the
funny.
fact that he doesn't even need to
It's-
use
it's
it
just-
round is
past it.
sensational,
It's
right?
just
Gives you an
sad.
opportunity
It's
to
just,
be able to
honestly,
do
it's
it,
sad that they've
and
fallen
toy
this
with
low.
rotations as well,
That
more
we're
importantly, because you don't
juking it out
necessarily need to see that
full,
used
like
for the team
really
to follow.
trying our
It
hardest,
can
and
be
just
used as
narrowly
bait.
we might beat DFM.
That'd be a good way to look for an
Yeah.
equalizer, but we'll see. May this time.
Yeah, it
pushing
is
up B
different.
main.
You're right.
We'll get spotted out by Jing once again. Akame, though, Headhunter quickly pulled out. In for the close range, and he
Oh,
finds the right
man.
click against something.
And now he can
And
get out.
gets
He's
out,
done
wow.
enough. He's done his job. It's a player advantage.
DFM
for
classic
DFM on
different.
this lesser buy.
Unbelievable. Paper X stalled off by B long. And once again, smoked up.
Paper X still wanting to try and have their play at this B site, though.
Got some utility,
shock
but
dart.
still, it's not going to help them too much. The arc rose goes for the blind, and Forsaken trying to clear. But what is this? The
Dude,
right click still
what?
connecting. The Bucky as well
Oh
now.
my.
Just like you've got
But
a
the-
minute
like,
left.
Has to
Any
beware
patience
of the
at all?
smoke. Recon being
Must you
sent
run through the
over.
smoke?
That kind
But isn't
of
it
informs a
isn't it
little
also
bit.
entertaining that
Still trying to
DFM like
sidestep
plays
in, trying to look
aggressive
for the shots. He will find the
so
first
well
wall
on
bang, but
defense?
Here comes
They just
Akame.
can't make up their mind on attack.
Simple shot through the engine block. DFM moves up to 6.
Yep, they've at least tied things up at the half.
it's also
now.
sad, I
We've
would
got a
say.
couple more
It's
rounds
all
for them to
sad.
play with,
Everything
and
is
the economy,
sad.
again, is not in a scenario where it's really going to be toyed with.
Come
May not
on,
able
let's
to
find a little bit
gatecrash
of
out
fun
there,
here.
but
No.
it's the lion's share
No.
done by Akame with the headhunter, the classic. That's
What is
ridiculous,
that?
by the way. But Forsaken was
Yeah, the
backed
no, the
up by
right click
shock
was
dart.
crazy.
So
He
a
just
good
smoke
little,
spammed it. It was
you know,
weird.
Adjustment, assist from Art. as the Thrifty comes through, there will be the buy for PRX. Kind of
We need
needing
Jing
to
to announce he's
play
going
to
to
the
retire
strengths, play to the
at the end of
numbers,
the year.
incentivized to use the run back a
Oh
little
my
bit more in
gosh.
this sort of scenario.
So they can
The
start winning again.
Rotations and the assistance from DFM players have been pretty fantastic so far.
And the shear is actually going to be placed in towards mid, so they don't have to play with that on the site itself. Both Thorns, though, popped
He
up,
almost
and
died
Jing
to
is
the
hunting.
thorns on his own.
With the run it back, we'll be able to meet Jinbong. Something as well with the deep push up to heaven. Divide taking down Art. May now being spotted, but he will dispatch of something quickly. Flashes as
No.
well. An unexpected peek
No
in
way.
towards Jing, and he
No,
finds the
you
third.
haven't.
He's
See,
doing it
this
all
is the
to
difference,
two
right?
versus two.
Oh.
In
Divide probably has to try and
2023,
use the wall here.
PRX
to
can't
reclaim
lose this
the
round. It's a
spike.
5v2, and so even when they solo
There it
swing
is.
in on all their
Goes up
own,
for it.
they don't
Yep.
lose.
Look at that spike planted somehow. Forsaken to hold the angle.
And now there's at least
He goes
one
for the
May
swing,
on each
tries to get the
team.
spray transfer, but it's just May up to a quad.
What does he do?
He has so much utility as
Yeah,
well.
he doesn't have
He's on
flashes,
the
You
ace.
don't
but he's
ult
got the
this,
clone.
Consider it.
do you?
Oh, the
Or you
double.
don't do
Oh,
that.
sure, Divide to hold the angle at least to find the burst. Thankfully to save and bring
No,
the
I
round up
don't
for
think the ult
PRX.
would have been
Just
the
not
play,
expecting
but
Divide to push in front of the Cosmic Divide, right? Maybe go play on the more passive side of things and use a Gravity well or a Nova Pulse to play on the back of, but yeah, really heads up play from Divide to put himself in the right situation there to hear May and not give him the chance to have the first duel jumping down from heaven.
I mean, that could have
That's
been a
audible.
literal
He's
1v5.
close to it.
Really tried to give that one a good go though, didn't he?
Always you count on May for such incredible individual plays, but at the same time, PRX doubling down on the B hit, you know, throwing DFM off by pace.
Yeah, and the run it back, successful again on the very tail end of that one from Jing.
Yeah, but it also is some ultimates now for DFM. PRX going in for the quick rush. It works out a treat so far. Something takes down May. Continues to push into Flower where he holds the angle. Jien though, happy to spray. Something with a spray of his own as well.
All the
Jien
time.
now spotted out, swaps over to the Classic, but Jing will be happy to jump on top of it. Divide
Okay.
for the double at the end. And
Yeah.
PRX move up
I think
5 to 6.
Jien going for too much of a bit of a spray there and to cop
stream
a
froze.
reload, which is not what you wanted it to
Oh, no.
see. But
It doesn't want you
the
to
fact
know that
we
PRX are
start
gonna
to see a
win.
couple more rounds gathered out by PRX here. They start to
Press
bring
live
it
again. I
within
should be
control.
similar.
You might assume try to get us onto gaming fast rounds.
5, 4, 3, 2,
I'll catch up a little
Sometimes you
bit.
can never be sure. Come on.
0,
Yeah, this is true.
day 9,
A lot of self-doubt, but with
Okay,
we're good.
sometimes that can be dealt with.
Tour de Force out. Meanwhile, it's going to be the focus point on towards the likes of GN at the
Ooh.
A site, and Jinbong not going to let
Oh
Forsaken
dear.
go for a bit of a lurk.
Yeah, slow
Nope, it doesn't
around.
want me to
It's
catch up.
snuffed
It
out
doesn't
by
want me to
DFM.
know.
Sprays and suppresses in towards the A side as well now.
And it's going to be important for
I am
Jinbong
stuck
in a
on
situation
22,
like this
21,
too. If you feel
0,
the PRX are going to get into the
19,
site,
18,
maybe you
17,
want to let them just...
16,
Holy, you're in the past.
15,
Fine. Keep
14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9.
Okay, I'm good.
Go for it,
8.
right? Take it.
All right.
You've got the steel
Oh, I'm
guard.
still. Wait, hold on.
Kame,
Something
asleep
must
at
be
the
up with my
wheel.
net.
And we're going to have a Cosmic Divide that's going to hold them from getting into the A
Yes.
site choke.
SK
The B side,
Telecom's
though,
preventing me
they
from
could
watching this
technically
game.
come over
They are.
here.
It's
Art
just signed
is
with
close
T1.
enough to hear this audible. The Shiro being tripped as well does inform into DFM. Will they kind of structure themselves into the
Okay.
hit though?
Oh,
It's
never
just Art
mind.
for the
Dude,
quick
it's
peek,
just
takes down
buffering like
something.
crazy. This is
May
insane.
as well with the flash onto the clone.
I'll tell you when I've
Divide quickly
stabilized, and
dealt
then we'll
with, but
catch
Jing
up.
for the trade onto a Sheriff. 2 on 3.
Don't worry, there's
They
no
saw
way
Jinbong use the
PRX.
Steel Garden at the B
lose
site, so
this
they know
round,
he's
right?
there. It's the A site with Art, though, that you have to
2v3,
contend with.
they
And
can
he
do this.
has snuck
2v3,
into a
they
good
could
spot.
lose.
Jing for the
They will lose
1v1,
now.
loses
In fact, I
it.
actually
Now
think
it's all
this is
onto the new
50-50.
recruit in Patman.
If we go by Ascent, this is 50-50.
It's a really tough situation to play. He heard a tiny step around Secret, thinks to push in towards Flower. Of course, you still got to watch out for Art. Snakes across, threads the needle.
Winnable.
Here's a lot more as well. Trying to continue with the angled plays, but a sudden peek out from Jinbong. It's the one taps that seal the deal. It's not over yet, but it is a successful first half for DFM at the very end.
Okay. Right, I still need to watch some more on RG.
Art's in. Try to. Am I?
25. It's not.
Out. One.
Right, off a timeout. What's that round here?
Doesn't seem to bother MIBR. Happy enough to play their own game, as Verno suggested in the pre-game interview.
So you're going to have that standard early
Got
recon
a fake A.
by Brock to get that A long control. Ethan pushes up, gets the space.
And go C.
And he's just going to gate crash away to the rest of the team, who off of that early pressure are hoping that that will convince MIBR to stay with their eyes peeled towards A, and they can hit into C.
See the L.
Perfect drone from Brock. Osbos
TP
denied
comes
the
in.
angle, denied a shot. That crash
Flash. Kill Aspas. Trade Cortesia. We finally do what the comp is built to do. How do we lose this? They don't have any ults.
Yeah, perfect textbook. They keep it simple, execute well, but Artsin wants to throw it all the way for them. They keep it simple, execute well, but Artsin wants to. Yeah, perfect textbook. They keep it simple, execute well, but Artsin the gate crash. Yeah, perfect textbook. They keep it simple, execute well, but Artsin wants to throw it.
We're just clueless.
It doesn't seem to matter. Ethan has to come alive in this position, and Artsin
We're clueless is what it is.
This IGL, taking matters into his own hands.
If again FNS had just got a kill there, we would be fine.
Percent odd. Oh, you're gonna need a little bit more than pretty okay. Whatever it is, this is Valorant. Anything can happen. And it also is
Always clueless.
very much do or die
Right, big
situation.
pistol for PRX.
trying to take matters in their own hands to push out from A main. They don't see anything, but they will happily collect on the alt orb.
Yeah, I mean, feels
You're
like
gonna
more
see a lot
often
of
than
that.
not, having a Phoenix on this map, it's push that orb and get it. It's going to be quite impactful to
They
have
offer
the
this super
sixth
deep
man
wall. It's quite
in
an
the
interesting
server
idea.
as the Phoenix role.
Second Jing. Also for now, though, full rotation's over, seeing that there was nothing outside A main. This is some footsteps that DFM have heard.
Prowler going sent out Art too, so you get some information. Jing's
Reacher
shoulder
and Jing
spotted.
almost trolled.
Huge dink, but he will try to top himself off with the molly, but still shock dart going through. DFM
All right,
happy to
I should be
contend
good.
for the
I'm at
fights around middle.
40,
Divide first dead yet again in another pistol
39,
round.
as they all die.
Unfound, and then
Oh,
for
now I
something,
missed
the
it. Hold on.
finish off. Jing happy to held.
Well,
So still now DFM holding
DFM
down
just
by
all
the
ran
wayside.
through.
Jing happy to tap through.
Third round bonus
Okay.
round, you would expect.
26,
you don't need to
25,
see a world in which
24.
you're going to use it in this round unless things
yeah,
go upside
well,
down.
I'm a
'cause,
second ahead,
That's
well,
fine.
but I can
DFM
pause.
probably not going to get a
No,
pistol.
no, I'll
They
speed
want to go
up.
for the challenge. Their
All
best bets
good,
are going to be
all
at this
good.
site where you would expect the orb to be gathered
42.
over
41,
at A.
40.
Good
Yes,
hold down in
perfect.
amongst the things from Jing there. As you said, topping himself off
Yeah,
with
we
the
literally
hot
got
hands.
spoilers on my stream.
We'll have to see when they are fired up.
Yep.
So hopefully this inspires even more plays. Before now, DFM off to a full save. Akame, though, has
Yeah.
been sharp so far.
Want to catch them if they go for the orb or not. Just going to keep them honest on the line, though. Jing again tagged up immediately.
Good call to think about
Jesus,
using the
Jing.
blaze.
Yeah, he
though.
got shock darted too.
So far, still okay. And you've got teammates
When is Fnatic
to
vs
assist
Team
right
Heretics?
around the corner.
That's on the last week of
DFM,
EMEA, so
however,
it's
thinking
after
to
after next
traverse
week.
across the map.
And these shock darts so far from Art of
Can both teams
homing
qualify?
locations
No.
on them towards the PRX members.
No.
Not able to find the kills, but some damage chips here and there have been pretty sensational.
Well, the damage that now needs to be found if you're on the PRX side of things is going to be Forsaken. Inside of the smoky spots, the boots. May, though, with the right click, could now pick up the weapon. There it is.
Yeah, but you got to grab the spike. You got to look to do more damage, look to go for a plant.
I won't discount May.
Yeah, okay. 100 HP, the Bulldog here, but in towards the side of things where you haven't really seen
Okay, they
what's
pick up the
going
Bulldog,
on.
but there
Of
shouldn't
course,
be
no
any danger
Sheer
here, really.
is going to be here. Forsaken's gone,
Hoping Heretics go to Toronto Parade.
but it is catered for by Jing. Also got Devi.
I'd say they got a
Oh,
Okay.
decent
Yep.
chance.
Sure. Well, Petman is
That
also
legit
hovering
looked like
nearby,
me.
so a possible crossfire. But still, DFM push up. Akame finding some shots. Petman then coming back in once again to save the day. PRX have equalized.
Yeah, but with two players surviving, it starts to look a little bit awkward for them there, right? It's the lesser weapons of DFM getting some good damage in. May able to find a couple of good ones as well. So this bonus round now going to be quite the important one for PRX, even to potentially echo what their opponents did in the first half, right? Winning that bonus round, taking it a step further. There's an operator out for something on this defensive side. Ooh, wonder if DFM are going to expect this. He's been playing towards the B site more often than not.
3 of his teammates are on pistols, though.
Yeah, the
Yep.
classic
It's just a huge
operator
investment.
force
Good
up.
donation. If it's able to work.
Surely it
is.
works this time,
Well,
right?
DFM for now at least electing to head over to the
I
B
mean, it's-
side.
When
it's
Kang
something.
did this, it was on Pillow, right? Everyone was like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Rex
oh
with the
my god.
stack.
They
It's
bought
just
up on round 3.
around A main.
Yep, I'll donate pistols into a round if we get out an operator and catch our opponents off guard. But it's a hefty investment for something himself, right? He has to get a kill, he has to get out because he can get split on. There is a huge open gap for DFM to waltz through Art and pincer
That's a
this
fair point.
A
Why
site.
would they put their
And
wall
PRX
where
are
he
going to
is
have to
rather
recognize
than on...
this when they don't see anything too much out
I mean, I
through
guess
the
he
B
can't
side
get
of things.
pinched if the wall
When
doesn't go up.
the Arc Rose doesn't spot
Yeah,
any
probably for the
info.
pinch and also a
If
good
Vitality
exit so he
took
can
Kai's
reposition.
place as
well,
the
though, so
6th team in Group
steering
Omega, do
clear
you
of A
think
main.
they'd still go
Go
to
for Art
playoffs?
And that way you
instead.
just
Oh, this could
stay
be
as
interesting
4
if
on
they do
B.
The drone.
Playoffs?
lot
Yeah,
of
they'd still go
noise.
to
I
playoffs.
wonder though, if you leave May to go through and he spots the thorns but does
Ah,
nothing about
classic
it,
DFM,
Actually,
30
just got popped.
seconds.
Well, buying some time and still inciting some pressure. Akame, quick on the draw. Takes down Forsaken, and now those pistols will go down. Jing, though, with the run it back. Attempts at asserting his dominance, but it's still not quite going to happen. Do you save if you're PRX? Oh, unfortunately, it's not quite going to be right there. May cuts
there
off
goes
on the
the
rotations. The off
Never
even
shut
shut them
over Jinpung as well now.
Why
Just
is he
sealing the
running
deal.
across though in a 2v4?
Oh, there was some timing in this
Why
round.
would you not
that
just
PRX
stay
where you
got
are?
away with it.
You're
I
surely
wanna give
saving.
credit
What are
towards
you
that
doing?
flick
Something
that came out.
does that.
Flick is kind of
I think
ridiculous
something's
from
one of the most
Akame. He
consistent,
is
like,
sharp with this one. Like,
I'm
look
just
at that
gonna,
on the
I win
pass.
this.
That's kind of
Yeah.
crazy.
I win
And then
this
you've got
troller.
May finding the right gap in the map as well to be able to get interested. The bonus round not going to go the way of PRX, and the operator is going to be dropped. It's not going to be stolen though. DFM don't want to play that on this attacking side. Akame will get his own sniper in the next round, you would assume.
Well, still trying to play it out close by. PRX once again for the A main play.
Yep, grab the orb, use the flash, deeper haunt as well, clear it a little bit deeper and force DFM to use some util of their own if they want to try and clear it or start to come together as a unit.
Oh, DFM, you slow bastards.
Something with the Stinger close range by mid doors.
Yeah, but this time you're going to see PRX start to rotate towards A, making sure they've got numbers to go for some crossfires. You're eventually going to see some more utility used from Patman, and that's the timing on the Prowler.
It's a big
Immediately
round
enter
for
back by
PRX,
the
they need
Yao
this
drone
one.
that you kind of want to dispatch of early, and that's something being spotted this time. How much stock do you put in what you've seen from DFM just at this art location?
Trying to work with what they know, rather than some unknown
We're going for a C's flash play.
quantity. At least now, it's not going to be a Dogecoin. It's going to be something more successful. GN able to invest and find the return as well. But for PRX then, Davai and Petman also traded out.
I wonder if Jinbung is going to be able to hear something creeping up whatsoever, if they're going to be aware that Art is now dirty territory as well.
Only going to check at least. Forsaken, though, needs to come up huge because he's the one with the hero Vandal right now. Forsaken, something.
He spotted GN.
Rifles apiece. Stay safe, and will spot out GN for now. And then
not
here
gonna
comes a
lose this,
crossfire.
DFM.
Out towards the final one. Something closes the distance, and in true something fashion, the acrobatics
Oh,
to come out on
DFM.
top.
It's. I mean, we're
Nice
back
run
to
from
Ascent.
Something and Forsaken to get that 2 versus
Get
3
into an advantage
established there. The answer to
situation,
the question is no,
troll a
Jinbung
post
did not
plan,
know that he was coming out
lose
through
to
Art.
PRX.
Thought maybe he was in a situation to be able to hear the gun swap that was
Yep.
there, but just not, you know, very focused on what's going
Oh
on potentially.
my
Regardless,
fuck.
though, you think it's a situation that DFM might
Someone
look
help
to
me.
be achieving, right? They're getting the trades out there. They're starting to progress. They've got a 3 versus 2. But just
Where's
not able to
Jen
close
going?
it down, unfortunately, in the end.
Why is
and
my
this one
Astra pushing?
starts to teeter a little
Alone.
bit towards PRX. They're 3-1 in this half so far. The economy is
Dude, the
know,
number of
starting
teams
to
that
look a little
still
bit
don't play
worrisome
number
for DFM
advantage
as well.
well
Light
is
shields across the
rather
board. You've got a
frustrating.
tour de force to come in from Akame that I did speak about. However, you do have a lot of these ultimates online for DFM too.
Something. Such a precarious position. 1 batch, 2 batch, penny, and dime.
And now you'll start to settle.
Sometimes it does feel very ranked, this game.
And see...
Like,
what
it
some
is
of the
very
as well.
Just some of the opening ideas feel like, I'm gonna do this, and I'm not gonna tell anyone.
Also to push PRX off of their comfort positions now. Forsaken still holding him deep.
It's, yeah, very much
close
so.
By. He's looking for him. Tries to go for the tap.
Forsaken needs some help here, you would think. Sheer now to be popped, so you'll confirm that nobody is in the
Oh, what a great
sight.
Yoru ult that was.
And you've got a good amount of deep mid control
The
and
Kesnet
main
school
control
of
for the rest of
Yoru ults.
PRX, but they need to get on the side itself. How much can Forsaken and Divide do here?
Well, we talk about 2025 as ship Valorant in the future. You know what? Probably not. Because we'll think of G2.
And DFM doing their due diligence. It's Savai who does get gunned down as well. PRX only with the 2 soldiers marching forward up towards library.
And they did hear the sheer wall just popped, by the way, so they know that there's a flank potential.
You think this vindicates the Euro ult for them? You think they're like, that was a good round with the
You're not in a
Euro
situation where you're going to be able to win this one as PRX. And do damage, though.
I don't know what
right.
DFM think.
Kame's kind of the
I'm not 100% sure they do.
That needed to go for it, but he's also picked up a Vandal from the duels around the site too. So you kind of also want to see just all DFM members.
What if G2 don't win anything? Yeah, but they still played well, and in our minds we'll have those memories.
Right now.
Remember peak G2? Oh, those were good
Either
days.
side wants to really move, but
it's whoever's going to draw first.
Yeah, DFM has numbers. They could just push on up. Trigger finger. No, all good.
Yep. I mean, it kind of goes either way, right?
PRX
Anyone
get
loses a gun here, it's
battered
all for
everywhere
them.
they go.
So you just
PRX
have a
get
soft handshake at
battered
the end
everywhere
there,
they
and
go.
you
Soft
feel that for
handshake.
what it is. Yeah, no firm handshakes.
That was
Everywhere they go.
I don't know what that was. That was more than a handshake. That was nerve-wracking. Gotta love a little.
Mate, you won the round.
I think
Desculous
Alex
slam.
has kind of given up.
Yeah, that's
Like he's not.
That's
Yeah.
playing the hits. I'm gonna slam the desk and slam in quotation marks.
Yeah. He's not as angry anymore.
Because the stakes are lower. I mean, what? We're playing for
True.
4th? Playing for...
I mean,
Playing to be
yeah,
the
that
8th
still
best team in
matters.
Pacific?
well, when you put it that way.
The question is, if PRX did, like, I mean, let's say, okay, they stick together for stage 2, but let's say next year, right? Let's say they don't do very well in stage 2. Do you still think that the individuals on PRX could go their separate ways on other teams and do well?
I think I have to say yes, just because I thought that wasn't possible with the Gen G guys last year. And they proved that a new combination can work. So I was like, all right. So as long as you're mechanically pretty good, I think I always have to give the benefit of the doubt. I wouldn't,
Should've
like,
gone
they wouldn't be my
Fracture.
first choice,
Who
but
knows?
Got pistol plays now.
Yeah, pistols for PRX, just Patman and Jing to see what
They
the
probably could.
Vandals can do. How much volume do they have in this round?
Trying to.
Because you gotta fill it up with something, right? You gotta try and find an advantage.
Uh-oh. Well, spotted out. And he goes in for the pop flash play, but it's a simple bait and switch.
Oh my
Yeah, it's
goodness.
gorgeous.
Classic plays
Giggle
coming out from
whiffing on
PRX.
a
Jing for the
drone
double kill,
wins you
Steel
around.
Garden, and they start to push.
But they're pushing really hard. Look at this control the PRX are trying to do. Pill for the guns. They've all grabbed them.
Gotta be careful. Don't want to overheat too much. Akame has slipped the net. Finds Petman.
Look at this Vice
4
wall.
versus 3. You'll regain a little bit of this mid control as DFM. You want the spike though, and if you push in front of that sheer, you would be trapped. So bait it out first.
Still close by. Spike retrieved now for DFM. Maybe a concerted effort to recollect back into the A site. PRX then beginning to reposition, also considering this
I
possibility.
mean, they still have
Still,
Astral.
though, do they expect Akame to be that close by in secret? Forsaken loses the heads-up duel. The 5 for the sheriff shots, but they don't connect.
He's digging
Dude,
deep
what is
here,
that?
Akame.
Jing.
Oh, no.
He's been so good so far, but
Oh
it's not quite
my.
happening here.
When-
Akame online for the
PRX when
ace.
someone starts shooting
And
back.
it's at 6 HP.
now you
Something
save.
knows he has to save. Oh, that's a heartbreaker. That's a shocker
like
when
the
you
Vandal,
consider
gotta save
Jing
that.
and something in the beginning of this round had the great bait and switch. All it took was the classic
Anyone
onto
got a
the Yell
Kame?
drone and a flash in from May.
God,
Not
it's gonna
expecting
be
Jing to be holding the
so
line.
funny
You set
when
yourselves up in mid,
for
you
stage
steal the
2
guns
on
away.
Fantasy, I'm
Heck,
gonna
they
be
even
pricing
kind of
these
knew that
Paper X
Akame was
players
looking to push back
at
up
like
into the mid
6
connector through
and
R,
7.
but thought better of it. And Akame still able to survive, just
Easiest
all
pickups.
of the
Easiest
goods for
pickups.
DFM
Are
to
they?
achieve
Are
double
they?
digits
The best
first.
bench warmers, man. You never know when they'll
I
pop
was about
off.
to say, you need to see some good mid-round
They just need to pop up that one game.
decision-making from
Just have them
DFM
on the
in a
bench
round
for
such as that,
free.
where they get frazzled a little bit by the beginning stages, right? They lose the spike. They lose territories of mid. The spike is almost unobtainable again because of the shear wall. There might be traps behind it. You've
How
got to
many
stretch
points
out
are the
around the
Paper
map,
X
but when they
players
get the spike, and Akame
Who do you
pushes
think is
and has
the
the
most
individual shots to
egregiously
come on out,
priced in this stage?
certainly brings that one
on
back
VFL?
for DFM.
It's just a final bullet from that burst.
I mean, if you're going by
Can't
like
believe
how
it.
they've done, obviously it would be boom.
Truly
But I think
magnificent individual effort out from
I think that's,
Akame right
like-
now, recognizing.
And I want to
Yeah,
highlight
no, I
that-
think
that's fair
though.
enough.
Paper
That like
X
no one
have no timeouts
would have
left in
predicted
this
they would
match.
be
No one
this
really
good.
DFM
knew,
are going to
yeah.
have to be the team to
Yeah,
give
yeah.
them the chance to talk.
Still in
So-
with the op on something. Doesn't spot
People are saying
anything out
Durka to
towards
me,
B
but again,
line,
everyone
marches up.
like again, you're
DFM,
basing it
though,
off
the
what's
hunt
actually happened
quickly
rather than.
dismissed.
The whole point
Shooting
is
out of
people
two to master
people still have
presence.
Durka in their team because people thought he would be
Vai
good.
then places more stars.
yeah.
Possible well set up, but he goes in for the angle instead.
Dude,
The
GFM
spray's
just
only favoring
group
one kill.
peaked.
Petman now trying to hold by the backside. Lets the gate crash through.
Oh, but what can he do
It's a fake.
here?
Not too much. I mean, he's thinking about peeking to possibly deny the spike. Now off the drone, will capitalize for now, but we'll see if DFM can hold the post plants as well.
Yeah, you
All
know their
three
old
by
name.
a main. You've got some utility, you've got something with the op, but the flash is out May. Self-flash a little bit. Something then to hold in with the sprays, but what is this?
Oh
High-low.
my.
It doesn't quite work out. It's just something now. Swaps over to the rifles and try to close in the distance, but it's a shorty on the other side. The
They
time
know,
working against,
man.
and he taps once more. Jien now by the sidelines. Something finds the shot. It's May versus
Stickman!
something. Duelist v
Dude,
duelist.
Oh
Just
my
three
God.
views. May
Oh
holds the
my
angle and finds the shot at the end. Microseconds, and he still
Dude,
sticks
what?
the landing.
Oh, May's heart had to have been beating out his chest in that moment in the 1 versus 1. You could see how something's trying to go around the side. He
I
has
can't
no
believe
idea
something
where
doesn't
May
stick
may
it,
have
and I can't
repositions
believe
to,
May
but
doesn't
The
peek
fact
it.
that May
was
doesn't
one of
even
the
move.
best games I've
Honestly,
ever
maybe his
watched.
mouse
Full deep
disconnected.
views.
The fact he doesn't
Being
move
stuck in the beginning, looking for the lurk around
When it's
first,
hard.
How did he-
at the end, the cloud
and there's an
burst is
Astra
Yeah.
smoke
sufficient
in your
enough to buy the
face.
time. What a
Yeah,
round
he
to
just,
come
dude,
out
how
from
does he
DFM
trust
at the
that?
end
That's
there.
so crazy. That's such a read on something, man.
This is where things get really,
Again,
really
it's either a
rocky
read
for
or my
Paper X.
theory
Look
that
at the buy
DFM
that
don't
they
have
forced themselves
faults.
into
They
in this
don't have
round
an
to
inner
keep
monologue.
DFM off
Gains
of
more
series
traction.
points.
I hear the strain in your voice, Komodo.
Yep, paper thin. Blimey, oh blimey, what did he know today?
Well, also for majority of the fans, you gotta really feel for the Paper X players. They're trying what they can, but still DFM, you cannot deny the incredible effort that has been put forth today.
I mean, they were a team that was mapless coming into this series. Is Paper X's Achilles heel really DFM?
Might be. Well, something. Ooh. The shot's eluding him. Akame, once again.
The team's got to go together here. Kame's going to get through that one. A gate crash you would expect to come and help him. What a sharp shot from Paper Forsaken.
All of EDG players just made an announcement denouncing S1 mod basically. It's Joe
But
Ever.
he gets into the
What do you
smoke.
mean? He wasn't on the team anyway.
Classic.
It was already
But
Joe.
Arts Odin.
Yeah, and May's already cleared the rest of the
the
site, right?
super
So the
early
team can
Astro
go in and
when
look
we
to
know
establish a
that
bit of a
someone is
plan.
on
This
site.
is where Pac-Man Nightfall
And a bad Astro
removes
where they
HP,
can just
removes
plant on the
audio.
other side of
Tag
it.
onto one player. May still trying to hold off by Hall.
That's
Jesus.
actually.
This is a player who can
That's
make
actually
incredible
so
things
bad.
happen,
Criminal
even
is
without
the way to
audio.
look at it.
That here comes the Odin as well. May gunned down
Yes.
for now. Jin Bong Nan trying to hold by the backside. It's the side step from Petman, but it doesn't work out. Just Jing left.
Can he get on it? Can he try and do anything here?
The blaze helps. The recon though not shot down.
Oh
Jing
my
right
God.
for the peak.
Oh
The
my
dual
God.
micro
Oh
flip
my
to
God,
save
what is
Paper
that?
X. A round up now,
That's
pushed
the
up to
round they
9
win?
and 11.
What
They do
the
hold on. The
heck?
force is valuable for Paper X, but oh my word, what is that swift allocation from one to another? The Red Bull clutch to come through to hold on when you see the first kill go against you, when you
Fabio,
get the
thanks for the
trades, when you
16
think,
months.
the plan's down, how
Is
do we get
Sleggy
back
still
into
a
it? You lose Divide
PRX
there,
believer?
the run it back, it doesn't
Also,
work out.
did you
Jing
see
will
the
try to
sign
do what
about
he can,
you?
but
I
one
did see
and
the sign
two.
about me.
All right, maybe it's
I don't know.
Lotus.
I don't know.
Sensational.
But Jing might.
He
They
still
have a
hits the
chance.
headshot where the headshot is
Why?
needed.
Why is this? Why do I
11
care
to
about this
9
game
now?
now?
PaperX will not go quietly.
Like who? Why should I be caring about this game?
Yes, sir.
That's the charm of Paper
still is gonna be quite the journey,
Yeah,
though.
they
You
might
just
finally
can't
get off
not
the
watch
map.
PaperX can
They
still
might finally
3-sec on
show
the
some
site now.
any
Just
sign of
still
life.
Can't make any mistakes here though, Quack. Can't give DFM round number 12 if you really want to have a bit of a comeback in, and you have to balance out your economy. Oh my, you have to. To the fact that you
no,
dispatch a GN
DFM.
quick as that and get out of dodge is nice.
Whoa.
Just think how
Jin
sad
will
they'll be if they lose this.
Happy to go in for a look-see himself. Something then off to Sewer. He finds the shot, looks for the burst, and he does get it as well. Tailwind's back into safety. The spike dropped. And
There's
something
no
knows
way,
it.
man.
Is
The
this
one
round
round
done?
and they bring
Info.
it back? No way.
Is this one done? Do DFM have to give PaperX some breath, right? Do they have to give him a timeout here so DFM can collect their own thoughts on the back of this round? I don't know. It's May. It's a Kame.
DFM
without the
don't have
spike.
thoughts.
Something goes in for the peak.
Oh,
Does get
no.
punished. Defy as well, though.
If they lose this, if they lose this, you're all.
This dimensional drift and a spike picked up. You still see Forsaken on the other side
Where's
of
that
the
gate
map.
crash
But
go-
what can
oh,
you spot
no.
out here on A itself? May looking for what he possibly can.
PaperX trying to keep himself tucked away as well. Petman at least keeps them invested. But also the long rotation
No.
from Forsaken. Petman cut
bait.
down. Ching in for the flash with the curveball. But it's not quite enough. Still the angle being held.
No.
Oh,
He hits
no.
it.
This was a
Just
5v2.
Forsaken left. Can the Indonesian superstar clutch things out? He's been the beast before, but now the angle's not quite favoring him. The flashes as well. Shield wall trip, but no! Akame! What an incredible shot! The tour de force lands its mark, and it's DFM up to map point.
What an incredible shot, what an incredible round, and what a fumble!
There's no way.
That's a 2 versus 5 that does not go their way.
A
Something
2v5?
how do you get these 2 kills, creeping through the sewers. It's a 2 versus 5 that May and Akame have just absolutely pulled the rug
Dude.
out under your feet. That is ridiculous.
Got no
Damn.
words.
They do, those words. I talk about generational fumbles.
Jing wins a round like
That's the
that.
biggest one in this series so
Something
far.
got 3 kills and we lose.
Happy to go down swinging if it comes down to it. PaperX.
Good old
Put
Paper
foothold
X.
around the A site.
At least they got rid of Akame first, right? Information though.
This would be a
Small members
this would be a
save
record
off
day if
this
both
A-side.
Japanese teams win.
Have they never won? Even
I
forget the
actually
same
don't think
day.
so.
Forget the same day. Have they ever won in the same
Close
week?
by,
Because
possibly
they didn't
for
in the
a
first
flash.
season.
It's just the stinger. The guns.
Yeah, I don't
not
think
the
so
best,
actually.
But at least a 5v4.
That's crazy.
Hunt for additional information as well.
And it
May
wasn't against,
avoids it.
well, on paper,
really
bad
slow and steady,
teams.
though, for DFM still.
Concealing information. PaperX might not know.
No one
Can't
giving
get
him an
too
angle.
can't get too antsy in this moment. Sidesteps Jing. Well, Devi will be able to
Oh,
find
no.
May. With that information as well, then
Well, how
possibly
did
force
Paper X
something
throw
to
this one?
receive DFM
Any
with open
bets?
arms. The shield wall still in its way. Something goes in for the first. It taps.
All right, now we can begin.
Takes down
2v5.
Mark. Next tap as well.
Oh no.
Simple clicks.
Okay.
Surgical precision.
Oh, no,
and it's a triple
DFM.
kill for PaperX to move up to 10.
They need the next 2, Quack.
Oh
give
boy.
themselves
I hope
the
DFM not
importance
taking
of
a
it, though, and
timeout.
I'm
Even
looking
their
at
coach
DFM's
can't be
economy
bothered.
here, and they might not necessarily have a full buy across the board. They might have to be playing on the half buy to give themselves the best chance possible. Some good shots. I call them good.
How are you not taking a
They looked
timeout
awkward
after
from
you
something
lose
in the
that one to
beginning of
Jing?
That one, trying to allocate the tracking, but
Yeah,
it's all
you
good.
just trust.
And now you see for DFM,
It's just-
all right,
dude,
they're still
Akame is
holding enough
29
cash for the
kills.
next rounds.
Holy.
They'll have a Cosmic Divide and a Steel Garden into the next rounds too. So that's actually quite intriguing on how PaperX are going to play around expecting those ults to come in.
Yeah, not entirely sure. They're hearing the footsteps off towards Link, though.
Going on a marathon run around the map at the moment. A
2
big old
timeouts
rapid
left and
does
it's
get pinged
12-10.
down,
This is a
unexpected by
close
PRX.
game, and it was in the first half too.
DFM looking to play with pace. They can't afford it somewhat.
Yeah, leave Arkame just
Oh.
on a little lurky.
PRX, what are the positions going to be? They try to
If
hold
we
out
go to
more
OT, can we
defensively.
just
It's
agree
dug
to
up, Secret and Flowers.
draw?
Jing trying to hold. Currently smoked off. The Prowler to check as well. Possibly
First
looking for
ever
wall
draw.
bangs. Both sides gunning in for it.
Okay,
Here
Akame
comes
is
Jing,
dead.
Run it back. Huge on the possible
So is
retake.
DFM.
Spike goes down. May though playing inside of the smokes.
And
then
now
just
you
boom.
ult?
Stinger found off by the sides.
What?
The right click as well. Low HP now, but Jing.
Oh my god! If
Oh,
they would have lost
it's
that,
just
if they would have
save
lost
PRX
that
hanging by a
round,
thread.
Hanging by a thread, literally. in
Oh
this round.
my God.
He had to use the runner back, because if he didn't and he died, well, the
The
job wouldn't have
number
been
of
done.
rounds
Jingbom would have
that
been able to win
are
that
just
one out, and it would have been
mental.
GG.
Holy.
PRX, you are out. But the last round of regulation now, 11-12. Will we go into overtime, or will it be a 13-11
he ults in a
victory
1v4
yet again
against
for
the Phoenix
DFM?
ult as well?
Likewise, of the
Oh, we
first
didn't even
match
shoot
in this
Forsaken.
one.
Oh
No
my
bullets even
God.
come out of his gun.
Forsaken, man.
Just
Oh,
the
Lord.
individual
But here we go.
performance, but yeah. Cosmic Divide, something back in with the op.
Yeah.
Spotted out by the drone though, possibly Forsaken.
I think it was destroyed enough earlier on by the pillar player.
Smokes.
So it's not
We
expected.
still don't take a timeout. We don't use a timeout.
DFM trying to conceal as much as possible. It's something versus
It's
something.
11-12.
Meanwhile, they've got control
That's
of
true.
A
Why?
too.
DFM coach, wake up! Wake
So
up!
tense at the moment. The head spotted.
I think they've been played
Calls
before
it out.
for
But
calling
it's
their
just one
timeout
player.
at 12.
Gotta consider
So
the rest
maybe
of the
they're
map.
like,
Don't get tunnel
fine, I'll
visioned in
trust
now.
it.
Oh, something is so tunnel vision that it works a treat, doesn't it? The blades are out as well, but there's nobody else home. DFM are all up through mid, bar one.
Shearwall will reinforce into some of these decisions as well. The Prowler to check and Pet.
Kame dead,
Somewhat
we
pinned
go
down, but
OT.
he will backtrack in.
Yeah,
towards the
he's
sides
been
here as
hard
PRX, you know
carrying.
you've lost
They're
control of,
so
of
trapped.
Connector. Play on the back of what ults you have.
I mean,
Still
you have
going.
ults.
Cosmic
Like, there's no
Divide.
way, PaperX. There's no
Everything.
way.
So in towards these safer
Yeah,
positions.
retake
You got the
ults.
stars up as well now. Timing crucial for Devi especially. Repositions back in. Jing in for the molly. Just to try to stall DFM's engine. DFM though still holding off to the other end.
All right.
They will get met with
must
the
we?
full
Must
flurry
we?
of bullets.
Must we?
Jing and
All
Devi pushes us into
Must
overtime.
we do this?
Oh, we get there in the
Let's
end.
go.
There was not a lot of space that
More
PaperX
Valorant.
Of the worst game of all time. Please end this. Oh my god. It's not the worst game. No, this has actually been a pretty fun ending, I won't lie. Just because if this...
Just because of their
You know how
playoff
Sideshow
spot.
keeps talking
Meanwhile,
about
for
that tournament
PaperX,
where like you get all the worst
back
teams
and forth all
together,
day
and then
long.
if they lose,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
go through?
String something
This
together
feels
at the end
like
of this, but can
this
they
does
keep it
feel
up
like the end of an
onto the
international
attacking
game.
side?
You know, it's close,
They
it's
march up
tense,
in
it's
vain.
crazy
Of
clutches.
those overtimes as well.
But it
was
feels like
DFM
a
to
game
win
from
both
that
of them,
tournament.
14-12, so we'll see
The
if they
grand
can stave
finals
off this
of-
aggression from
Yeah,
PaperX
the
today.
grand finals of the
Blaze
losers
wall,
tournament.
quick for the rush. DFM though, quick on the reactions
Making
as
noise.
well. The Odin spam, something, trying to keep himself alive.
Quick plant though, 5v5 on this retake. You got an op and an Odin.
But still, with the pushes through, the Phantoms find their mark. Just down to the two players from PaperX trying
Great.
to hold it
This
down.
game
They
even.
get
In
shot.
fact, this is how that
Jing
final would
Oh,
end.
man.
A
not
fake
quite able to
comeback.
make it happen. Akame
It-
in with the
it
up, burn off at the
would,
end.
That's the defensive round found for DFM.
The fakest of fake
They'll go back on
comebacks.
towards the attacking side as well now, and we have to see what sort of solution PaperX can come up with to stave them off. You know that DFM haven't been a team in this one to go for that faster pace of a round like
Oh, this is
PaperX
gonna
just
be
delivered.
so soul-crushing for
Whether or not it'll be more
PaperX.
methodical, or
Well, if
they
anyone's
do
got a
decide
Kame
to
in their
change things
team.
up going in towards this one.
It's
Something going to bring out
Something
an
up.
operator on this defensive side again. Going to be posting back up towards the
Yeah,
B
the
side
DFM
by
coach is
himself.
asking why he's only got 1 timeout.
Certainly great recognition from DFM.
He's like,
so
I didn't
far,
use
though.
any timeouts, I
Some
should have
warp
3.
pings on the map, so quite aware that something could be opping.
Kame has hit 30 kills for this map as well. Having a belter.
Could be able to close this out. Currently holding the angle towards Art. Meanwhile, the rest of the team trying to extend as much space as possible. Something, though, with the op, he's trying to clear as much as possible.
Yeah, you got to be careful. How long do you want to try and hold that line for?
I mean, that clone is just going to appear.
Oh, you know, that's a clone.
It's just
over at
going
the
to
B side.
appear in his sideline. Oh, he shot it. Why?
You don't want to keep on pushing.
It literally
Yeah,
just, you can
Kame
tell it's a clone. It just appeared.
More information now.
What, you
for
think the
PRX
server
as Jing
broke?
Arrives to try and hold around A-Link.
Still got to pop the shear wall, though, if DFM want to go through Art. And there's thorns on the back of it.
Oh, Jing, the timing. So it's not quite the trap play that
No.
I'd have been anticipating, but still.
It's the standard progression, though.
Well, on B, was it? Where's it gone?
Which might favor DFM. They've managed to make their way through. Jing in for the curveball. A tag onto Jinpung.
Smoke's still available, though, from PaperX to drop
Oh
down.
my god.
Quite some information, but
How
you
has
have
everyone
Jin
been
on
revealed by a haunt and
Now
no
it's
one
down
died?
Forsaken as they all push
What?
up. Some shots found on the site. Art's trying to stick the plant. Here
We're
comes
just gonna
Jing
stick
with the
the plant.
splash. And
What?
GN now the
Stick the
final
plan while
lone
GN is
survivor to
fucking
peek out
chill,
to his
being
demise.
chilling.
PaperX survived for one more OT.
Not 100%
Oh
on
my
that
God,
OT yet.
we might be
Already
here
done
all
and
day
delivered for
watching these
DFM.
teams
We
try and
will
win an
go
attack
again.
round.
Defensive rounds accumulated for
I mean,
both
we got
sides.
2 more hours until plat chat. I'm good.
So maybe DFM a little bit quicker when they look to bust
This is
in
so
towards the
funny.
site, but not able to remove any of the key PaperX members early on enough. I feel PaperX when they're given a lot of body.
Surely a Paper X timeout.
No,
I'm gonna
it's a
farm some money.
DFM
I'm gonna do
timeout.
infinite money glitch. What?
Damn. He found
He
the
found
button.
the button. He found the button. He was just he was fucking Velma from Scooby Doo. Where are my glasses? And eventually just hit the button. Why are you taking a timeout for your defensive round?
Probably. It's a good question, actually. But I guess you don't want to time out.
I mean,
Like,
no,
right before
DFM.
the
You can
last
full
round, I
stop
guess.
that. You can. DFM don't want to time out. That was proven during regulation.
Weapons.
Nakame is going to be put on the line with the operator, supported by the Sova util. Meanwhile, PaperX, single prowler going in, getting close, and something removes
they got
Nakame.
Quick on the 86, and now it's Art just to spray and spam as much as possible.
GG.
Jingo looking to
GG.
take him out as
Yo,
much as
yeah,
Ain't no
possible.
they
way
woken
DFM
up.
win.
5v3.
Towards the
Someone
next
needs
few
to make
players. The rotations are already here.
The spraying champagne bottle, but not for the third place, for like 20th
quickly
place.
been dispatched by Pep until the collect goes through. So close, but PaperX able to recover. Just Yen left.
And now they know where he is.
Colt
as well, so
with
they
the
can just really focus in.
$2.79
He's
Canadian
been
dollars.
trying to step
If
up
only
so
there was an
far
outcome where
today.
both
He
teams
had a
lose.
pretty
I mean,
good
we're
map
all
on
losers
before,
today.
but still now
We're all losers.
down to the final one. It's a 1-on-3. Not quite likely. He will use the Caterpillar smokes though, but PaperX have him completely surrounded, picking
Yeah.
up the first round in OT2.
He had 3 bullets left in the Phantom as well. Don't think there's a world in which he's going to get 2 quick
Okay, I
headshots in that
think
sort of
this is-
scenario, but you at least
I think
give
it's
him
over.
an alright. I understand it when you're going for
Hopefully.
the spray through the
Oh,
smoke.
what a
Yeah, I mean,
fitting
there's-
end. What a fitting end. DFM finally take a timeout and they lose.
In an advantage state, and they do so successfully back up on top of this one, but this time it is that attacking side that they find, right? So they just got to try and close it out on this defensive side.
Stinky
where
Bot, thanks for the
yet again,
26
has an operator
months.
in play, but it's at a different position this time.
Let's go
not at that B
DFM,
side.
US
It's out
outplaying
to
islands
Art instead.
emoji, US outplaying islands
So you need to jump
emoji,
spot this
US
one as
outplaying
they have-
islands
Oh,
emoji.
go out, it's too far, that's what it is!
Pick missed, and now DFM trying to recover as quick as possible. The sprint on in towards connector, but still PRX close by.
You're playing numbers game as PRX. You're spotting for information, and look, that is just what Forsaken has found.
Gotta watch for the spams though.
Just a little bit your positions around the map, specifically Jing back in towards Art to see if anyone's close enough, but it's Patman who gets pressured.
He does land the first one, but unfortunately
It's quite
traded
impressive
still.
getting the first jumping
DFM
player.
trying to
Akame's still
recollect
alive.
Akame to hold by mid.
What is
to
Jing
hook
doing?
Unexpected push.
3 versus 3 now.
What
This
is Jing
all
doing?
for playoffs.
I swear the casters
What
were
do you
also
look to do
just
here,
talking
though,
about
as
how
GM?
PRX was playing numbers
You
advantage
stay
and he
go
just
down
pushes
lanes
out.
where Forsaken may very well keep a look at you, or do you hear the footsteps and try to slip the net?
He's been sneaking through round after round.
Oh.
Forsaken now thought about it, but now his pixel has been spotted instead. Jien snuck up from behind.
And they're going to
Oh
call
Which way we going?
retake over towards the B side.
Oh my
Something has
gosh.
actually
Something's
left it
fucking
as well.
running
He's
away.
essentially an attacker's spawn, so you're
He's
going to have
running
a
away.
free plant
They're
with your
just
heart's
meeting
up.
content as DFM, and then look to defend that to the best of your ability.
What?
Not much util
What?
left. Off as well.
I think he
paranoid that there
forgot,
might be
dude. He
member
must be
here.
so
Once
nervous. He
shows up and
forgot he
finds his
played.
mark at the right time. This could be it for PRX. The tailwind will expire. Divine now catching up to his brethren, but still, it's an Odin. It's a rifle. Something will
Oh,
start things
no.
off with the headshot. Divine arrives as well. The post plant's being held though. Microflick's not
DFM.
quite there. Akame then to play around
Oh,
the smokes. Divine
DFM.
will land the shot.
They know
It's
it's
not
just
like
Jin,
this.
1 on
Oh,
2.
it had to end
Puts on the
like
star.
exactly this.
Now tries to play in with the gravity well.
Didn't get
They
harmed.
messed up the
Pulling
well.
them in. Who's truly going to be the emptiness machine? In for the shorty. Something that springs out instead.
My God.
A fitting way to end. A fitting end.
Imagine, dude, imagine if he hadn't rendezvoused, man. He'd be out waiting for something.
Imagine.
Just imagine, man. Akame knows it, man. He knows he panicked. Oh, that's rough. That's rough, man. TMV, why did you press the timeout?
Okay.
Uh.
I'll speak to you in a couple hours then, Chobra, I guess.
All right. Have a good one.
Fuck me. What a disaster. Right, I'm just going to finish the end of this VOD review. Thank you, Kano.
GG. This will not stop me from gambling in the future.
Honestly, Kano, I completely forgot about that, to be honest. Thanks for the 1,000 bits. I actually... The game was such madness. I forgot that that was on the line.
Real quick. Committing to this, apparently. No, gang crash out. Back to sewer now. MIB pull off the side entirely, and it's a bait and switch. NRG have headed over to C, and Som is the pioneer.
See, like, this is a decent idea. How did they lose this one?
Going to get all of that space for the team as they try to move with some haste through garage, meet up with their Omen Som, who is
PRX won the championship.
Stage 1. Maybe this is where he can come to life as the Armageddon is coming through. A retake flooding in.
Tom has to move. He's having a sidestep there. Out of that, Mata is going to be back.
How did they not get a single kill there?
There's 3 players. They might be grouped up inside the smoke, and Brock is able to take down the emergent ones. Artazine and Shen on both forwards. Even now, numbers-wise, but MIBR are no further onto the site than they started. The silver lining, there's no plant yet.
Inferno's still just waiting to use those salvos. There's no plant because Brock doesn't want to commit just yet. Going to Zia, he's too sharp. He is the Brazil known for just buddy with the
Is he because he's not top fragging? Bro. Nothing like a bit of friendly competition, I guess. I don't know how friendly it is between these two now, but hey. Might not see much more with this map anyway. It's NRG already clambering over the C site, but it's camera in that corner. MIBR can play off of that.
Rolling Thunder coming through. Oh, what a shot!
MIBR can play off of that.
So they get breach ulted, but they avoid the breach ult.
Thunder coming through. Oh, what a shot!
Again, like, the idea is there, but none of the kills are.
Now he's working the backside. 3 left here for NRG, and MIBR still chomping at the bit to get their hands dirty. Mata falls, Shenum's able to find him now. All from backside, they emerge.
And then FNS got that 2k. That crazy 2k. that didn't lead to anything. Yeah, how's my VFL looking? I got 87 points. I am 15th. Okay, I'm 15th. That's not bad. That's winnable. That's winnable. Need to get rid of some players on my team, but who am I likely to get rid of? Likely to get rid of Cryo, despite scoring a nice 18 points last week. In fact, I did want to take a look, actually. How are the PaperX players doing? Where are they? PaperX. Points per game. Jing is on 10.25. I mean, they're not doing very well, are they? Better than Egg? I mean, where is Sideshow now? Sideshow 262. That's rough. Only 60 points. Okay. I will be... Well, no, I won't be back later because there are no games now. But I'll be on Plat Chat, so